Uh, 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 uh. Mm-hmm. Man, I gotta get hyped, man. Uh, what's happening, man? Yeah, man. I'm getting my Jodeci. I'm getting my Jodeci fix, man. Y'all caught me listening to some Jodeci, man. Oh man, that shit took a nigga back. It took a sudden man back. There you go again. The same smile each day. I wanna know what it is to make you feel that way. I wish I could grab you, tell you what it means to me to see you walking my way. It really makes my day. Mm. What's happening, man? How's everybody doing, man? Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you? Really wanna know. Joe to see. He said Jolly B or Joe to see. Joe to see, man. Joe to see, man. Yeah, you have Joe to see. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, that was my shit. Jodeci, man. What? Junior high school, seventh grade. Uh, so you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. If any time in your life you can count on me, girl. I'll never let you down. Baby, believe in me. You and I will never fall apart. Now a baby is born, healthy and strong. I dream a reality. I skipped the part. Forever, my lady. Ooh, yeah. It's like a dream. Holding you close, keeping you warm. This is ecstasy. I know I skipped the part. What's up, man? I don't know. Jodeci, man. Jodeci Boys, the Men, Silk, Intro, Drew Hill, that whole era, man. R&B, man. That shit was. That was an amazing era, man. Dog, that's what I grew up on, boy. Woo! That's what I grew up on. You heard me? Any time in your life, you can count on me, girl. I'll never let you down. Even me. Uh, Let me drop this link, man. Let me drop this link. Let me drop this link, man. Y'all know, y'all. It, this like the same time Nirvana was out. If you white, man, for you gliders, man, it's like this like the same time Nirvana and all that shit was coming out. We was listening to Jodeci, man. The Boys the Men, man. I was listening to 9 Inch Nails and shit like that, man. And Aerosmith. Aerosmith got some soulful songs though. I gotta give Aerosmith their credit, man. Aerosmith soulful, man. They got some soulful joints, man. Shout out to Aerosmith, man. I might go binge on some Aerosmith later on before I go to sleep. So did what's that other group? Um, Guns N' Roses. They had some soulful joints too, man. Shout out to Guns N' Roses. Taylor Dane too, man. Taylor Dane has some soulful joints too, man. Shout out to Taylor Dane.
Yo, what up?
What's happening, man?
Yo, I was watching the mayor debate for over here. We're fucked. There's no solution, brother. We're fucked over here. They asked the question, how can we address the car theft problem? The Kia and all of that. And they're
uh-huh.
saying shit. They were saying shit like we gotta love these kids. We gotta invest in them. They swear that it's like all the like the nerds are out here carjacking. Nah, it's a small group that is very determined. You know that.
Yeah, man. You got it's hopeless, man. Yeah, situation is hopeless, man. What's up, great man Samusa?
Hello,
Who are you, man?
my brother. Thank you for having
You
me.
you you, you
Brother,
got
I
to
just
get
want to
better
say thank you for
sound, man.
having
If you gonna come on here,
me. Oh, you hear me? You hear
if
me?
you gonna
You hear
come,
me?
if you jump, your shit is like all. It's just like breaking up a little bit. You might want to
Real
go out and
bad,
come in, man.
real bad.
Go out and come back in. Drop off and come back up. Get your act together too. Get your voice and all your little whatever spiel you about to do, man. What's up, Alexander, man?
Just sending you a super chat.
Oh man, salute to
Try.
Alexander. Man.
You won't go for some reason.
What's the latest news on across the pond?
Uh,
What's the pond
there's
pond
a
block?
there's a black girl disappeared the other week. Guess what her name was?
Um, John Talasia.
Ray Ray.
Ray Ray.
I should laugh. I can't send you. It won't go for some reason.
What you mean? What are you talking
Super
about?
chat won't go.
What you trying to send a super chat
Yeah.
or, or PayPal or cash? Which one you
No,
sending?
I've got nothing in paper at the moment.
Huh?
Oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
Okay. Yeah, man. Ray, man. Yeah, shout out to all the February babies, man. I'm the 14th, man. I'm the 14th, man. I'll be
B21.
yeah, I'll be 21 on the 14th, man. Facts,
Valentine's
man.
Day.
Yeah, man.
My colleague his birthday's on the 13th. So
Yeah, man. February, man. Some Aquarius, man. Aquarius and Aries, man.
there was also a family convicted of murder, a family called Elliot, 3 of them. Back in, I think it was 1998, I met a bloke called Elliot in Brixton Prison. He was on a murder charge.
Yeah.
And he was up, he was put in an appeal because he said that the only evidence against him was the victim's word. But a dying man's last words is one of the exceptions to hearsay. I'll have to chase it up. I never chased up whether he appealed or got his appeal. But say as an Elliott family, all 3 of them got sent down.
Okay, whatever you just said, man. Whoever understood that, man. Press 1 if you understood that, man.
I understood that.
Oh, you did? Okay. What do you say, man?
Don't trip, bro. Just know I know.
I gave you a write up in the Duran as well.
You say you got a write up? Where?
I gave you a write up.
You got me a write up in the what?
The Duran. That's what I wrote.
The Duran?
Yeah. Act Nation, a man of many talents.
Send it to me, man. I appreciate that, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to my man Stunner, man. Salute to Stunner.
Stunner got the gator boots with the pimped out Gucci. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, man.
Pretty much he stays fly, right? Stunner stays fly.
Definitely. Salute to Razzle, man. Razzle says, "Hey, yo, bro. Oh, okay. I got you, man. I got you, man.
What is he talking about? Razzle Dazzle?
Nah, he's just talking about something from some video. He said, to your point about how that young kids gonna be celebrated for being a killer in the Sun community. You'll see Sunmen on the chat low-key proud of the savagery they see on the news because it shows how tough they are and where they are from.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Sunmen definitely. They loved it. Yeah.
They put it in their raps. And over here they rap about it. We'll put you on the news.
Definitely, man.
Do you know who Spot News is over here and on Twitter?
Who?
Spot News.
Nah, I don't know Spot News, man.
Well, put it like this: they're gonna put you on Spot News.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. But yeah, let's see what this Sun Man went through. This Sun Man had quite a ordeal, man. He said, "Black man records woman calling police, alleging he's threatening her while doing his job." Let's see what this Sun Man went through, man.
I have never ever dealt with a customer like this.
Okay, so right there, you do know that that's fucking up your little America's racist thing, right? You supposed to say, I don't dare ever say, man, this always happens. Damn it, again. Look at this, y'all, for the 4th time this week. I'll get them up.
4 times today. The 4 times today.
They always be like, I never had this happen to me before. It's the damnedest thing, man. I be like, what the fuck? When are y'all gonna get it, man? They don't even know how to like play the game right. Like, if you're gonna play the game, man, this happens all the time, man. I'm fed up again. A white person is being mean to me and shit. A white person is inconveniencing me again. For the 1,000th time, a white person is inconvenient. What the dude said yesterday, I must be dreaming. He thought he was dreaming. Shit's crazy, man. These people crazy, man. let's see what happened, man. What she do to you, soul brother?
I have never ever dealt with a customer like this. She is on the phone with 911 right now. Look, look at her. She said I just threatened her. What threat? What threat did I make towards you?
I'm Elizabeth.
What threat did I make towards you, ma'am? Huh? This is crazy. I've never. I already knew what it was when I first got here though. Because when I walked in the door, she was on tip. Her husband not even here. She's asking me pointless questions. I'm answering though. On God, you know, everybody who know me know I keep it professional. But I've never dealt with a customer like here ever. On God. And I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna wait till the police get here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm an educated black man, sweetheart. Ha.
See, she knows how to play the game. She's smart. She crying and shit. That gonna make the police come faster, man. The dispatcher gonna be like, man, get over there fast, man. I think she in trouble, man.
She must have learned from the sisters.
Some of these women are batshit crazy. They really are.
Yeah, this woman's a nut. But I mean, why not leave, man? Why not leave, man?
It makes them look guilty if you leave, doesn't it?
Yeah, the police want you to leave because the police definitely don't want to encounter you. The police are praying that you're gone when they show up, so they could be like, "Ma'am, okay,
right.
man, we'll fill out a report, but there's nothing we can do." She be like, "Can't you chase them?" No, man, we can't.
Right, yo, the cops are slow rolling that way. You know what I mean? They gotta get their donuts first.
Yeah, man. Don't nobody want to come and see your ass still there.
Nobody want to catch that murder charge.
Right.
I'm an educated black man, sweetheart. Ha.
You can imagine how much trouble this guy would be if he didn't have a camera, wouldn't you? You can imagine how much trouble he'd be in.
What in the world is this, boy? I ain't gonna lie. I've never in my life had to deal with no bull like this. Never in my life. She is in there. She just said she's scared of what, though? I'm literally standing by my van because she's calling the police right now. That's who she on the phone with. She's trying to make it seem like it's something, you know? I'm standing. I said, you know what? I'll stand here and I'll wait for the police, you know?
Man, I would just left, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I would have just left. But whatever, man. Let's see what the people got to say about it, man. See what the good people got to say. Oh, this person is waiting for the Trump supporter to come defend the Karen. Just make sure the police look at this video before they talk to her. An angry, upset white woman. Cops going to take her word first. I'm white, but this looks like bull. Take care of yourself with the cops.
This is what some women are like. Yeah, they are literally batshit crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most women, yeah. It's he did the right thing. If he'd left, then it would have just been her word. If he'd left, the cops would have came and said, "Ma'am, okay, sure, great. Do you want to fill out a police report?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have just been like they act like a white woman says something to a cop, and the cop just like it's like the movies. The fucking Mel Gibson gonna fucking go hunt this guy down or some shit.
They gonna grab any random brother.
Yeah,
first one they see.
It isn't just a racial thing though. There was a case it was 2019. She was only sentenced the other week. A woman in I think Stockport. She claimed to have been raped. A bloke was delivering a pizza. She claimed he'd forced his way in and raped her. No reason whatsoever. It turned out he was somewhere else at the time, and she got she got a jail sentence. They are batshit. They're literally batshit crazy. Now, the sexual grievance industry, whatever you believe, if she waited 6 months to report this, it's because of the trauma.
Yeah, what he said.
It's just mad, just total madness. This isn't a racial thing at all. It's just women. They're not right in the fucking head, man. A lot of them, not right in the head. I speak with personal experience.
Look at this. This person says she should be arrested for false statements and harassment. Could have cost this guy his life. But they don't even know if she's
wrong. Though, is she wrong?
They don't even know if she's. They don't know if this guy really did do it. They don't even know if she's telling the truth or not. Literally, she might be telling the truth. We don't know.
Hashtag believe all women.
No, all I'm saying is we don't know. All we have is his side.
We know, but I mean, if the camera hadn't been there, who would you believe? You see?
Look, listen, I don't know what was said. What do you mean believe what? I don't even know what was said.
She was obviously playing. What happens anyway?
This one says, why wasn't the white woman arrested and fined for calling in a fake police report? How do we know her police report was fake though? And I'm not trying to take her side. I'm just saying we don't even know anything from that. That's the thing about these videos. We don't know anything.
She's a candidate for the booby hatch. What happened? Show us what happened.
We don't know nothing. We don't know anything from this, man. That was just like a snippet. What's up, Stunner?
What's good, Doc? What up, Nation?
What do you think about that video, man?
I don't know, man. I came in just when he was like, I ain't never been through nothing like this, so I don't really know what happened. My thing is, I understand the brother pulling the phone out and everything, but why not just record the situation? Why go live and be thirsty about it? Look everybody, look.
I have never.
Motherfucker,
I have never ever.
Video.
I was thinking that. I was thinking about that.
She is on the phone with 911 right now. Look at it. She said I just threatened her. What threat? What threat did I make towards you?
I'm Elizabeth.
What threat did I make towards you, ma'am? Huh? This is crazy. I've never. I already knew what it was when I first got here, though. Because when I walked in the door, she was on tip. Her husband not even here. She's asking me pointless questions. I'm answering, though. On God, everybody who knows me know I keep it professional. But I've never dealt with a customer like here, ever. On God. And I'm not going to leave. I'm going to wait till the police get here.
He's obviously the son of a single mother.
Yeah, leave, bro.
Yeah. I mean, anybody with common sense who's professional, he's a younger guy, so I'll give him a pass on it. But all he had to say was, man, would you prefer I come back when your husband is home? Instead of standing there being like, what I do? What I say to you? All that dumb shit. Now you are now acting like the person she's saying you are on the phone with the police.
Exactly. Or look, hey, I'm going to go back to the office and we'll send another representative over here. Maybe you'll be more comfortable with them. Boom. Or, I'll let you speak to my manager and push her up the line and be gone. What if she goes in the house and gets a gun? Let's just say she really is crazy, right? What if she goes in the house, gets a gun, and comes out and starts firing? You just leave.
He had to chase the clout on it. He had to get everybody to say, see, look, it happened to me, everybody.
Yeah.
Like my post and
if he leaves,
I would have dropped my Cash App if I was him.
If he leaves, it makes him look guilty.
Yeah. What do you mean? Seem guilty of what?
Well, precisely.
That's what I want to know.
Anything she says.
We don't. Well, the video.
They are batshit crazy. These women.
The video picks up. The video That's a comment point. The video picks up with him simply saying, see, you see? So we have no idea what happened prior to that.
Let's see what happened.
they don't have the recording of that.
In the door, she was on tip. Her husband not even here. She's asking me pointless questions. I'm answering though. On God, you know, everybody who know me know I keep it professional. But I've never dealt with a customer like here ever. On God, and I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna wait till the police get here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm an educated black man, sweetheart. Ha!
See, that shit right there
He,
that's the feminine stuff
exactly.
that he's doing.
Exactly. Like, why'd you have to bring your race? Like, what is you're obviously have low self esteem about whatever he mentioned. When he mentioned that, he had low self esteem about whatever he was going to mention right there. You know, the first thing they mentioned, like when they talk about you, the first thing they mention is the thing they're jealous of. When they talk about themselves, the first thing they mention is the thing that they have low self esteem about. Always remember that about some people, man. First thing they mention about themselves is the thing they have low self esteem about. The first thing they mention about you is the thing that they're jealous about.
What?
Yo, Hawk, I got a question.
What's up?
What in the hell is that evil seeping out of the floor of her garage?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
Go
just the
back.
water.
Oh,
Go back
yeah.
to the beginning. You know that scary movie where the black shit comes out of the
Yeah.
ceiling? Looks like that, but it's coming out. That's why she's crazy.
I think this woman, something had to happen. Now, I'm not saying that it warranted this, but there had to have been something that happened, a misunderstanding, even if it's completely innocent. Why is he not telling the camera what made her act like this? He's leaving a lot out, which makes him look even more guilty of whatever the fuck she said. Like, he's not being specific. He should just say, "Man, I showed up and I pulled up," and she said I pulled up too close to her fucking garage door. And now she started acting like, tell us what the fuck is she tripping about?
Well, he mentioned that when he showed up, he noticed she was already acting funny. He did say that,
Yeah,
but he didn't give any details. But my thing is, again, in this environment where half the people are crazy, regardless of what they are or where they come from, it seems, as soon as he started noticing she was behaving oddly, he should have said, "Ma'am, would you prefer I come back when your husband is here? Would you
yeah.
prefer that they send another tech out?" Like, there are things that you can do, steps you can take before you go live and start going, "Oh God, oh God."
Yeah. These are strange people, man.
What? What? What in the world is this, boy? I ain't gonna lie. I've never in my life had to deal with no bull like this. Never in my life. She is in there. She just said she's scared of what though? I'm literally standing by my van because she's calling the police right now. That's who she on the phone with. She trying to make it seem like it's something, you know. I'm standing. I said, you know
So
what?
now she's closed her garage door. So she's closed the garage door. Now you're still gonna stay out there and wait for the police. What if the police take an hour to come? Now you look weird. Now you could get shot for trespassing. You know what I'm saying? Now when her husband comes home, say he comes home within that hour. Now you don't know. Now you're dealing with another individual. Now you like it's just this guy could die over this shit. Like some weird fluky shit could happen where he loses his life. The husband could be carrying, could be a concealed carrier. It could
Or the
like
cops could pull up thinking that she's being raped or something. He starts acting the fool because he doesn't like being talked to a certain way by the cops because they pointed a gun at him or whatever. Now he's dead.
Yeah, Lee. Like
Just
these. Go ahead.
just like you said last night, we some people we allow these situations to go as far as they can go. And he's already starting the situation down that road by trying to take it as far as it can go in a negative. I mean, he could fuck around, lose his life out here, and when he could have just drove the hell off, or he could have called his superior and said, "Send another tech. I'm coming back."
Yeah, it is hysterical. We take it like he. If this was a wet dish rag, he's a damp dish rag. He's wringing every fucking drop out of it. Like, just go, fucking nut. He's the crazy one. Jesus Christ! I mean, these people, man. I just don't.
Denzel Washington is speaking
I
out.
don't know why these people.
People are odd these days. They were already trending in an odd direction, and then
Yeah,
COVID essentially broke a lot of people's
We're tired of it. Are we not, man?
mentality.
Yeah. We're tired of
Yeah.
sick of it. Tired of
Okay, so yeah. COVID did create a lot of nuts. This one says protesters to offer self-defense classes after black schoolgirl attacked by gang. So a protested attack took place outside the school on Wednesday. The Independent understands this prompted staff members to end the day early than usual. Around 200 attendees assembled nearby Thomas Nivet College. That sounds like another country.
Yeah, there's
Anybody
no
know?
way this is America. Just by that, but just by that damn headline, it don't make sense for America.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
dude talking sounded English too.
Thomas where's he at now? Where's Barron? Is Thomas Nivet College in Great Britain? Thomas Nivet College? Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I never heard it. Let's have a look. It's like Thomas Nivet. Yeah.
Okay, well, this guy's name is Respect. He's the one that's talking. Let's see what the fuck. Let's see what the fuck he's
Thomas
talking.
Nivet School.
Thomas Nivet College.
and big up the warrior class man them all around out here just to make sure the family's safe. Yeah. And I know the man they want to go stamp out something, but today we're gonna make sure that Nickel Sis is cool. You know what I'm saying? And just the man them being here, yeah, is a protection, yeah, for all of the women and children that came out today. Yeah. But we don't care about what community or who wants to try and intimidate us. When it comes to the children, we're stepping up now, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause right here, steppers only. Yeah. No talking. Talking's done. Yeah. Unless we're mobilized.
Okay.
There's one in
This is
Ashford.
some- Huh?
England, your empire is
And
done.
speaking about action, so we know we now know how Nickel Sis is going to be supported to some.
Yeah, this is a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the ban the knives argument. He's gonna talk about ban the knives.
It was a group fight.
It's a knife problem.
Daily Mail.
Yeah, this is
This is very good guns here. That's why.
yeah, but still, like it's
Remember,
it's
remember when you played that one video a while back about them dudes in UK looking at them knives and how they were saying the kids could easily, order them through Amazon and all that kind of shit. They were trying to blame the knives.
They were
They were.
blaming the knives. They were blaming the people who make the knives. They were blaming the companies that
ship the knives.
They were blaming everybody. Yeah, they was playing the blame game. Let me see.
Everybody but the son, man.
Oh yeah, everybody, and I mean everybody. That's privilege, man. To you can't even be responsible for a direct act. Not like it's not like if you fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you fucking leave a knife in a chair and somebody sits on it and they get stabbed in the ass. But if you literally plunge the knife deliberately into somebody, you can't even be responsible.
Right. Like these people, they'll walk past the offender to talk shit to the fucking, like those some excuse me, sir, and walk to the fucking manufacturers.
Yeah, this is we're strange, man. Lot of schools, a lot of stuff it's like a crisis with schools right now. That
Public
no one,
schools are over, dude.
yeah, but
It's over.
there's so much violence. Like every single day in almost every city, some school is on lockdown. Some kid is caught with a gun. Some shooting right outside of the school.
It's just too many single moms, man.
Yo, did we went to Raleigh last night? I don't know if you saw that episode last night, and it was like 4 lockdowns in one day in that one Raleigh Durham area, that one little area, and it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, we need more programs like that's all.
Near several schools after a shooting. A student was shot near Miami Norland Senior High School in Miami Gardens. Let's go now to Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly. He is live at the scene.
And I know you have some reaction from concerned parents, understandably concerned parents and students who heard the gunfire.
Yeah, very concerned, Christy and Janice. In fact, all of this happened yesterday, hours after high school classes had been dismissed for the day. That student shot after getting into a fight just off the high school campus here behind me. Despite those lockdowns yesterday, police still have yet to make any arrests, leaving many parents and students wondering why.
Because my niece and my son goes over to the junior high, and my niece is at the elementary, so it's always something over here.
Parents voicing concern one day after 3 schools were placed on lockdown in Miami Gardens after a student was shot off campus before collapsing onto the sidewalk.
It's sad and it's heartbreaking to know that somebody got shot in the area of a school.
Okay, I think we did this one.
It's too many single moms. We have diversity data on every single damn thing, but they won't tell you the number of single moms in your community.
But is it the single mom problem though? Is that the problem?
Yeah,
well, I mean, you can say it's not. I don't care. I'm saying it is.
I mean, but it's the DNA though. This is something that, like, before the single mom, is it just DNA?
Well, 50 years ago, when there were more 2-parent households, there were less school lockdowns. So we know that for a fact, right?
But those schools were segregated.
And not only that, we've come to learn that they've lied to us about history to a great extent.
To a great extent, man.
I know that. I got a history
Well, on
degree.
tonight's Breaking Bond, the 19-year-old accused robber who caused a lockdown at a Southwest Side high school last week was out of jail on bond.
Fox 26's Randy Wallace joining us live now in studio with the latest in his ongoing exclusive series. Randy.
Yeah, Rossi, the Houston Independent School District doesn't want to say if it has a policy regarding students free from jail on bond. Apparently, they have no idea how many students might fall into that category. Parents wanted to know how 19-year-old Muhammad Odu Sila was able to run into Wisdom High School last Thursday while running from police, causing a lockdown. He's
out on bond, running from police, runs into the school to get away. Makes sense though. He probably thought he was gonna blend in.
I gotta go to bed now. I'll catch you later.
All right, man. But yeah, man. I just don't listen, man. If this had been a glider kid, right? This would have been on CNN, man. This would have made the national news. Look what this caused.
To run into Wisdom High School last Thursday while running from police, causing a lockdown. He's a student. That's how he gained entry, said HISD. Here's something the district didn't tell everyone about Sila.
He was on multiple bonds. First bond he got was for evading arrest. Second bond was really serious. It was an aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon where he and 3 other co-defendants were jacking people up in a parking garage in Chinatown.
In my 20s.
He was jacking people up in a parking garage in Chinatown. Oh, shit. I mean...
And when somebody shoots this little asshole, they're going to have parades and everything else for him.
Sorry, Tigers, man.
Where's
Sorry.
the hashtag Stop Asian Hate?
Right.
I mean, not to be and not to be bogus, Thunder, but this could have been avoided if you had a 2-parent household. You know.
No, this could have been avoided if we wouldn't have let his
We
parents
had the
immigrate.
guy what was it, Philadelphia, that ran into the school with a weapon, and before he was subdued, and shot a teacher. I mean, it's happening everywhere.
Well, I was gonna say, me personally, I blame the cops. They're trained. They should have handled this better. You know.
Yeah, they need better training, man. Facts,
But
man.
first of all, Wicked, fuck you. Just wanted to say
I had
that.
a comment on that first story you did.
Yo,
That
Stunner,
could be a
don't be mad at me because you wrong, brother.
You can't prove I'm wrong, so fuck you.
That could be a
You can't.
PTSD.
Whoa, Stunner, are you in your feelings, bro? Get out your feelings right now, cousin.
I don't have feelings. I have
I
I'm
can't.
standing on what I'm saying, and you ain't finna run me off.
That could be a PTSD
I can't
reaction
tell.
for her.
I can't tell, Stunner. You sound like you deep in your feelings, cuz.
I'm standing on what I
Wicked,
said.
you crazy.
You can't prove it wrong, so move the fuck on. There's nothing else to talk about, bruh. You live in the city.
He's right.
In the city.
Yo,
You live in the
right.
city of the. You live in the city of the single mama. I don't. Motherfuckers ain't dying on my streets. They dying on yours though. So what's that mean?
But Stunner, what does that mean to me? What in the fuck what you just said means to me?
You live in a city where 90% of the son kids are born without fathers.
What does that mean
your city
to me?
look like? What does your city look like?
They could have had their daddies. I think it would have been what it would have been, Stunner. It's okay though. I feel you. It probably would have been a little bit less, maybe a little bit.
But they don't have their dads, and we see what it is.
What percentage? What percentage less do you think it would be, Stunner? Like what? Like let's just take the murder rate, right?
We can't answer these questions because they don't give us this data. So having this conversation is a moot point. We can move on.
I agree. I fuck you, Stunner. Let's move on.
Hey,
you a bitch, Wicked.
Hey, you got Wag Dog in the chat says, Stunner, don't take the bait.
Nah, let's be real. You know what's going on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Anyway.
Okay.
Students free from jail on bond.
Trolls
Apparently, they have no idea how many students might fall into that category.
Yo, how am I trolling? Because you wrong, brother.
19-year-old Muhammad Odu
You can't prove it,
was
bitch.
able to
Shut
run
up.
into Wisdom High School last Thursday.
Man, suck my
while running
dick,
for
bro.
police.
Walk
causing
outside
a
on your
lockdown.
block and see what
He's
the
a
single mom
student.
is doing out
That's
there.
how he gained entry, said HISD.
Hey, come on,
Here's
guys.
something the
Respect
district
Doc,
didn't
respect the
tell
video.
everyone about CELUB.
He was on multiple bonds. First bond he got was for evading arrest. Second bond was really serious. It was an aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon where he and 3 other co-defendants were jacking people up in a parking garage in Chinatown.
In my 20-something years of being a lawyer, I've never seen someone who is on bond and who is in school be allowed to return to that school.
Not only was Sheila free from jail on bond since last September, he was ordered to wear an ankle monitor.
But he's
Looks like a real
allowed
sweetheart.
certain conditions. One of the conditions was that he can be in school.
When we asked HIS,
Looks like Joe Biden's a super predator.
If Obama had a son with Grace Jones, this would. Man, listen, man. This is. If your kid goes to school in if he goes to school in DC, if he goes to one of the DC public schools, east of 16th Street, it's 100 of these in there.
This is your kid's tutor.
It's like literally like this is like how all of them look like this, man. I don't know.
When we asked HISD what its policy is regarding students free from jail on bond, we were told to look up Chapter 37 of the Texas Education Code.
What they normally do is they send them to alternative school so they can continue with their education.
See, you know what we're seeing? Like I always talk about gliders when they made this school code. They didn't think to put something in. What if the kid is out on multiple felony bonds? What do you do then? They didn't even put that in the code.
To be fair to them, I don't think they could have fathomed the type of people that they was gonna be governing with these rules.
And first of all, if he's out there jacking people with a weapon, he should not even be out on the street in the first place.
Especially
See, that's
when
a,
discipline is
Amen.
gone.
and this is what's happening. Why all of our lives are in jeopardy because of our weak criminal justice system. And this is in Texas, Texans always brag about how tough they are and they
I
have the
get
death
tired of that. I
penalty,
hate when they
and they're
do
full
that.
of BS because they're the main ones who are letting our borders wide open and deporting migrants all over the place, giving them free bus rides and plane rides.
Did Texas do that, or did Biden do that?
No, Texas is doing it. Texas actually can shut down the border if they want to.
Yeah.
This whole giving them free bus tickets all over the place, but yet still Americans are trapped at the airport, and they have to pay extra fees for luggage, extra fees for this and that. I mean, this is crap. But getting back to the justice system, this kid should never have been out. And you know exactly who he was robbing. If he's in Chinatown, he was robbing Asian people. So I'm wondering, why wasn't hate charges brought up against him?
Because that tell me this, AP. Do you blame gliders? Even though we gonna give gliders credit, Johnny, man, you got Johnny every episode.
What's up with Johnny?
Johnny's a fucking blacksmith in the fucking shop, right?
I
thought I had muted it.
Swords and that shit.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
He's LARPing.
So tell me this: do you blame gliders for not foreseeing that you would need a amendment in your school code to deal
For
with
super gremlins on demon time?
No, I blame gliders for their compassion. Because the problem is, in times like this, it's time to put away compassion and deal with the problem at hand. And I'm quite sure if you look at whoever with the school code, just like they update laws on guns, they update laws for traffic lights, we have updated laws on as far as computers and all those type of things. The juvenile justice system needs to be overhauled and updated as well. People like this should not be in the public. He has no reason to be out.
Conditions was that he can be in school.
When we asked
He doesn't need to go to
HISD
school.
what its
He needs to be in
policy
prison.
is regarding students free from jail on bond, we were told to look up Chapter 37 of the Texas Education Code.
What they normally do is they send them to alternative school so they can continue with their education. And it makes, the faculty at their original school feel safer, students feel safer, parents feel safer.
I also know
He needs to
from
attend
my
Zoom from
years
a
of experience
school
that
from a
they're
cell.
sent to an alternative high school because they're on bond.
So if HISD is claiming students out on bond go to alternative schools, then why was Silas still a student at Wisdom High?
Obviously, that didn't happen because he was obviously still a student at Wisdom High School because he buzzed in.
I do understand the presumption of innocence, but as a parent, I would like to know if there's someone on bond for a violent offense being allowed to be in a class next to my child. I think that any parent would want to be notified.
HISD wouldn't directly answer any of our questions about students free from jail on bond, citing student privacy rights.
And let me
Randy
tell you
Wallace,
something. This
Fox
whole
26.
privacy thing and about students need to be in school. Less than 2 years ago, when this COVID thing came out, everybody was at home. They were on Zoom then. And as far as privacy is concerned, all these schools, your job, and everybody else, they wanted to know whether you had the vaccine or not. So why all of a sudden, when it comes to criminals and saving the public from threats that are real, privacy and First Amendment and all that comes up. But whenever they want to do something to us, they just toss it aside. And this is why I say that people need to start waking up and speaking out, because he should not be in that school. And think about it. He's the one that we know about. Think about the ones they don't know about that are taking time bombs.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I don't want to just glaze over the fact that he was determined to have been in Chinatown, jacking up people in this parking garage, yet he's not associated with hate crimes or being malicious to the Asian community. He just totally skate on that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not even like even a possibility of being brought up. Like it's not like, well, we mulled over hate crimes, but we decided not to. He's not even eligible for hate crimes. He's black.
Exactly.
And this
Okay.
thing about they have to go to school, they have to be educated. Remember, when you commit a violent crime like that, you have to think about the safety of the public. We don't owe him anything.
Yeah, facts. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let me.
Wisdom High School, 13% Sun, 75% Umbrito, 5% white, 4% Asian.
Salute to you gliders and you tigers for not sending your kids to that damn school, man.
4% graduation.
School ratings are 66, 75, 73. Basically a C rating. So it's not maybe like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Not horrible, but not great.
That's the Tigers pulling the average up.
And on burritos, because when the school's mostly on burrito, it's usually average. When it's a Sun school, that joint is always abysmal. But
I beg to differ. Those majority Umbrito schools be struggling too.
It depends on where the umbritos come from.
Not even close to the Sun
Yeah,
schools.
less. They struggle less. That's what I'm saying. They struggle less. I know they struggle, but it's like it's not even the same. Here's Brooklyn.
Frightening afternoon here. It happened about 5 minutes after 2 this afternoon, and I want to give you some perspective here about where it happened. The school is in the middle of the block right here over my shoulder. That is not where it happened. It did not happen on school property. Instead, it happened right up the block, right here at this intersection, and you can see all of the cones. Those cones are where there are bullet casings. Now go ahead and take a look at this video because there were plenty of teenagers who witnessed what happened. One of them gave me this video. She recorded it with her cell phone. Now, a group of people, apparently teenagers, attacked students right across the street from the school, beating them up, and then you can hear the gunshots going off. Now, a teenage girl was shot along with another teenager and a school security guard who I am told was just trying to break up the fight when he was shot. School automatically went into lockdown here. Well, parents showing up to pick up their kids this afternoon, obviously scared to death over what was happening here, as were many of the students. Here's what they all had to say.
How the ski mask on, and then you couldn't see nothing. So they just came out with some big sticks, and they started beating them with them. And then you hear 4 shots, boom, 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 boom.
It's not the first time. I think there are too many times there are shootings around the school, and it's very hard to bring the babies or the kids here.
This happens a lot. It's crazy.
Think about that. It happens a lot outside of the school. Like it's just a normal part of life.
I think she nearly went off script, though.
You said what?
I think she nearly went off script, though. She had to change a word at the last second to avoid saying the truth.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is life under the sun, man.
Called me, said that he can't leave the school because they have everything is on lockdown. So since I live not too far away, I came to pick him up.
And again, this happening about 5 after 2 this afternoon at Williamsburg Charter High School here in East Williamsburg. Now, the shooter is still on the loose. Police are still looking for that person tonight. And it was just on Monday that there was another shooting at another school that's just about a mile from here. In that case, on Monday, a 17 and a 19-year-old were both shot. But thankfully, they are going to be okay. As for the three people shot today, the 2 teenagers and the security guard, thankfully for them, their injuries are not life.
A mile in Brooklyn is like 100 miles in Texas. It is
Yeah.
miles difference.
Yeah. Brooklyn is dense, man. Yeah. Listen, man. It's a lot going on. I'm trying to stay on top of
I
it.
recognize seeing him around the neighborhood, like when I'm coming home from work.
Alex Butrego recognized the suspected perp as soon as she saw his picture and says he always seemed suspicious.
It kind of has like a weird vibe, like talking to himself a lot. Seems frantic. I just kind of mind my own business.
Police had been searching for a serial attacker who assaulted 4 women in Ridgewood, Queens last Sunday. The attacks happened in close proximity, playing out between 2 a.m. and 10:30 p.m. The victims ranged in age from 30 to 61.
I accustomed to coming home late at night, so it was something to really be concerned about.
So I have to take care. I have to be careful. And I'll tell my sister and my friends to take care, to be careful from him.
One of the attacks caught on
Maybe it was
surveillance.
a mistake to defund the police.
Policia, yeah. This
No.
is an hombrito. This is an hombrito.
But I'm saying, I guarantee you, 2 years ago, she was in the streets with the defund the police crowd.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the attacker seems to be an hombrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be because he seems to be crippled a little bit.
One of the attacks caught on surveillance video shows the suspect get out of a black SUV and approach the 61-year-old victim. Police say he put his fingers in her mouth and pushed her to the ground before getting back in and driving away. Investigators believe the attacks were sexually motivated and unprovoked. Nothing was stolen and no words were exchanged.
I was even thinking of going to some self-defense classes because of what I heard. He's closer to home than
You can't
expect.
compete.
Yeah, that ain't gonna help you.
Fuck it, you can have my card. Just keep your grubby fingers out of my mouth.
Right, that's some crazy shit. She got to go fucking
get monkeypox shots and shit.
I want to show you this. This is not getting a lot of news nationally, but this is a fucked up story that's happening out of the Oakland area, man.
A community pulling together tonight to support a beloved baker. She was hurt in a violent robbery, leaving her on life support.
Now remember what the people said in that earlier comment section to that video with that Sun man and that white woman. White women, if a white woman, they're so protected. You gotta tiptoe around white women. Man, I gotta share these videos, man. Every fucking day we got a fucking video of some white woman getting fucking fucked all the way up by some Sun man in public. Most times it's in public, broad daylight.
Jen is
That's
nothing
why I
but
was
a
thinking
community builder.
PTSD reaction on the first one. She seemed too hysterical for it to be just racism. I think it was some reaction.
I was thinking that
A
too.
community pulling together tonight to support a beloved baker. She was hurt in a violent robbery, leaving her on life support.
Jen is nothing but a community builder. So everywhere she goes is bringing people together as an organizer, as a friendly face, as a beacon of energy and hope and positivity.
Friends and family hoping for a miracle after Jen Angel was reportedly dragged while trying to stop robbers from getting away with her things. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meback. Oakland police say the robbery happened right near Webster and 21st Streets just after 12:30 Monday afternoon, middle of the day. New at 10, KTVU's Jenna Katsuyama joins us from Oakland. She spoke with the woman's friends about how they are trying to support her fiance and family. Jana?
Mike and Julie, people are just so heartbroken by this attempted robbery that ended up with their friend now in the hospital. They say people have been going there all day to try and give support to her mother and her fiance who have been there. And they say tonight, hundreds of people are praying for Jen Angel.
The doors of Angel Cakes Bakery were open Wednesday. The small business that rose from a rundown corner in Oakland was the sweet dream of its.
That building was probably there since the 60s, since the 68 riots, and some people didn't do shit with it. And here comes this fucking glider woman with a fucking dream, $1 and a dream. And she turned it into a business that probably was been on all types of shows and all types of fucking magazines and shit.
But is it me or does that area look dangerous as hell?
Do it look what?
Dangerous. That area looks dangerous, and she probably only got access to that to do business out of that building because didn't nobody else want to be there.
Yeah,
Well,
Oakland is a shithole.
Yeah.
No. She's a glider, right? She wanted to bring back to the community. She was going to
No.
uplift the whole
Stunner is
community.
right. They get loans because those areas are very high crime areas. So they get women and minorities get loans to put in businesses in those areas
Yeah, but
because they're
listen,
very dangerous.
listen.
They're
I
very
live.
dangerous.
No, for the glider women, it's about virtual signaling, and they have the choice. They could put their business in the nicest part of the nicest neighborhood.
Well, hold on. Listen to this, man. I lived on 8th Street, 8th and H, Washington D.C. for a long time, and that place was destroyed by the '68 riots. And up until the mid 2000s, it looked as if the riots happened last week because the Sun people did not fix the main block because the back blocks are residential, but the main block, which is like an avenue, H Street, that's all zoned for business. So there's no residential on there. And everything got burned to the ground in '68. And everything, if you went there in '98, if you went there in 2002, it looked the exact same.
Oh yeah,
Gliders
Williamsburg,
came along and
right?
fixed it up. You can't shake a stick at that, man.
But Williamsburg, Brooklyn was the same. Williamsburg burnt to the ground during the '77 blackout. You ever see the videos of that in New
Right.
York? Where yeah, they just
But
like
what I'm saying is that you're discounting that as if that's nothing. If that place was like that for a long time, the people finally did something with it should be commended.
But I agree actually. But the angle I'm coming at is that, and I don't know this woman from Adam, so I could be wrong, but she just strikes me as being one of those gliders from the lower end, from the wrong side of the tracks, who had a dream and a dollar. And when she was looking for places to go to rent to do her business in Oakland, California, one of the most expensive cities in the damn world, she found a spot. It just so happened to be in the middle of Sunistan.
And one of the
Well,
wokest cities in the world.
Well, somebody tell us where this Angel Cakes place is, man. Let me move along.
Of Angel Cakes Bakery were open Wednesday. The small business that rose from a rundown corner in Oakland was the sweet dream of its founder, Jen Angel.
She had such a hard time keeping it going during the pandemic, and then there was the car crash that ruined the front of the bakery, and it was so important to her to keep it going, to keep the jobs for the people that she supported.
Wednesday afternoon, friends gathered, bringing love and hugs as Angel lay in a hospital across town.
She's on life support, and she's probably not going to make it.
She brought people together who needed each other and who could help each other and love each other.
Angel was downtown about 12:30 Monday afternoon near Wells Fargo Bank. Oakland police.
12:30. She's white. It's 12:30. It's broad daylight. Bank, plenty of cameras. A Sun man would be fucking insane to even look at her, right?
But they're robbing
right?
people in broad daylight there. There was a Vietnamese dentist there a couple of months ago. They tried carjacking her. They shot her in the head at 10 o'clock in the morning while she's sitting in her car, and they took off. I'm telling you, Oakland is gone. It's a no-go zone.
To take you back, because I'm sorry I got in late on that Ridgewood story, but I used to live in Ridgewood, and it was a really nice. That was the neighborhood where that crazy guy was attacking all the women in Brooklyn. It's actually straddles the borderline of Brooklyn and Queens, and it was a nice, affordable neighborhood, super safe, really safe, and now that's been turned to garbage.
Yeah.
Police say someone broke into her car while she was sitting there and grabbed some items. She got out of her car and tried to get the items back, but the suspects drove off, reportedly dragging her as they got away. She was taken to the hospital with head injury.
Okay, so this woman, I don't know what to say, man. She's sitting there and someone went into her car while she was there. And it took her stuff.
They run into businesses. They right in San Francisco, they run into the CVS. The police are right
Yeah,
there, and they just clean the whole shelves off. I'm
yeah,
telling you, it's a no-go zone.
yeah.
It's a no-go zone.
Go
So
ahead, John.
I pulled up Angel Cakes, and right next to Angel Cakes runs like an elevated train, and on the
Hmm.
other side of the elevated train tracks, I mean, literally like 50 feet away, it looks like Somalia with a junkyard in the back.
So she's, but well, so she's yeah, so she's in the jungle, but this didn't happen in the jungle. This happened at the bank, a place where she should have been, expected. This is a normal thing. She wasn't doing something like out of the norm. She was doing something normal. Some like the only thing she did wrong, I think, was chase after the guys. Like, just don't do
Not
that.
have her car doors locked.
Yeah, when you're sitting in your car, definitely have your car doors locked.
Each other and love each other.
Angel was downtown about 12:30 Monday afternoon near Wells Fargo Bank. Oakland police say someone broke into her car while she was sitting there and grabbed some items. She got out of her car and tried to get the items back, but the suspects drove off, reportedly dragging her as they got away. She was taken to the hospital with head injuries.
Unfortunately, her
she hasn't regained consciousness.
You know what her problem was? She expected the people who would, they said broke into her car. So I'm expecting they smashed the window while she was actually sitting in the car. She did not have the doors open. And she expected that if she went out to get the stuff back, that they would stop the car and not drag her to her death. You know what
Or
I
they
mean?
would just
She was
stop
like,
and they just
right.
stop, drop her stuff, and run.
Or yeah, but she thought, oh, okay, I caught them. They'll stop fair and square. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like you go to see a Disney movie, right? And the bears are all friendly and happy, and you can walk up to them, and they take your sandwich, but you could take it back,
They eat a
because
piece
they
of
just
honey. They
took a
eating
bite.
honey. They eating a
Right,
jar of honey
they're
and shit.
eating honey, and they're all nice, and they talk, and they actually talk English too, and everything. But
They have no
reality
shirt
is,
on,
if
no
you
pants.
right, but reality is, if you walked up to some real bears, and that's what this woman, she's been going to all these sensitivity training sessions and stuff, and she thought, oh, they're just misguided. They need a sandwich or something
You
like
sound a
that.
lot like
you know.
fishermen, man. You sound like you taking whatever fisherman pill
Whatever he's smoking, whatever fisherman smoking.
The truth pill, is that what we're talking about, Og? That one that tells the truth, even though everybody wants to fuck glider women?
It's called crystal, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, listen, Mrs. Rob, please refrain from accusing me of doing drugs.
Unfortunately,
I
she
just
hasn't
think that.
regained
Let me move on, man.
consciousness,
Let me move on.
and it seems pretty unlikely that she will. She was a baker. She was a community gatherer, like I said. She also was a political activist. Part of what's so special about Jen is the way that she
Did
had
you hear
all of these-
that?
Did I call it? Did I call it, or did I call it?
Yeah,
Did
I
I
mean,
call
listen, man. I mean, I wouldn't have argued that. I didn't argue that. I was waiting for it. I kind of confirmed
She
it.
wanted to serve the underserved community with her
And
cupcakes.
therefore she felt that those guys who had stolen the stuff, they were just kind of misguided, and she'll get out of the car and get the stuff back, and no harm, no foul.
Didn't they have a show about this cupcake place or something?
Probably
Two
so.
girls.
I mean, she probably been on one of those shows. Yeah, they got a lot of Food Network or Cooking Channel, whatever the fuck.
Unlikely that she will. She was a baker. She was a community gatherer, like I said. She also was a political activist. Part of what's so special about Jen is the way that she had all these threads of her that were interwoven throughout her life.
There's a gathering at a community space tonight to honor Jen, and there's about 550 people invited on Facebook. That gives you a little sense of just locally how many people are connected, how many lives she's touched.
Friends say Jen Angel
Okay,
was
so
a baker, but also had the ingredient.
Supposedly she's been helping all of the folks in the neighborhood, right? She's been helping them. She touched all these people and helped out the downtrodden in her neighborhood, but everybody that I see that knows her they're all wealthy gliders.
Exactly.
But whose money do you think the whatever fundraise? Like, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Let's cut the bullshit. Like, she's still alive, right, up until this point. So she obviously had been around, not been around those people. You know, a chance encounter with one of them cost her life. So she feeds them with a long spoon. She's in her business is in there. So so you have to give her credit. She's in there. She's liable to get robbed. You know, killed on her way to her car. She struck out, man. She just struck out.
I think
I don't know. If
friend
I'm
couldn't
and
you
them
say
connection,
robbing a
helping to mix.
bakery,
couldn't you say in a roundabout way she killed herself, being that she's an activist in Oakland, which means she's woke as fuck and was defund the police and BLM. So and supporting the crazy politicians on the city council and the mayor. She kind of caused this on herself in a roundabout way.
I mean,
and the crazy
what's
BS.
crazy to me is that this is Mrs. Diversity, and I don't see any diversity at all amongst her friends. They're all even the same age. There's
That's
not even
right.
diversity of age.
Hey, but I'm more blunt. I think simply put, the Sunman killed her. As
Yeah,
opposed
I
to all
mean,
this extra shit.
yeah, exactly. She had a chance encounter while running errands. She handled it very wrong. She made critical mistakes, and it cost her life.
Baker, but also had the ingredients of a loving friend and connector, helping to mix people from different backgrounds and her past as a punk rock writer and political activist into a community.
She always
Wait,
asks
wait a minute,
that
mix people
we
from
talk
different
to somebody we don't
backgrounds.
know and to make new friends. Jen has really taught me to think about what is that space in between the black and white and what are the nuances of life and decisions and connections.
Friends,
Well,
her
could we
fiance, and
hold on a
family.
second?
Now,
It's like it mixed people from different backgrounds. What do you mean? Some are from Groton, Connecticut, and some are from old Greenwich. I mean, it's like I don't see anybody from different backgrounds over there.
This one right here, she's
Nah,
very
nah.
spacey and earthy, and she's they seem like a bunch of hippies, a bunch of
Yeah, a
white
bunch of
hippies.
hippies, bunch of white
Yeah,
hippies.
that's
Exactly.
all
Yeah.
they are, you know. But let me move along. Let me move along.
Life and decisions and connections.
friends, her fiance, and family, now all praying for their angel.
And those friends have set up a website on GoFundMe to ask for donations to help with medical expenses and also to keep the bakery open. As for the investigation, they still do not have those suspects. I reached out to Oakland police asking if they had any leads or any information. They sent me a statement and said that it is under investigation and they had no further details. They would like any tips if anyone in the community has them. Mike.
I was going to ask you in that
Surprise,
area, a lot of
surprise.
cameras, a lot of businesses. So far, police saying no video out there showing the vehicle involved in this incident.
I asked them about that. There are banks along there. You would think that there will be some sort of security camera footage, but at this point, police are not providing any details.
All right. Jenna Katsuyama live tonight in Oakland. Jenna, thank you.
And this just ends at the KTVU newsroom. We have learned that the Oakland baker who was hurt during a robbery has now died. Loved ones tell us that 48-year-old Jen Angel died just before 6 o'clock this evening. She is the owner of Angel Cakes Bakery near the intersection of
Probably
5th and
better
Brush
than being
Streets here in
vegetable.
Oakland.
So she's dead, man. The
Hey,
liberal
at
media.
least she can still vote Democrat.
It's crazy. That's sick, man.
3 times.
That's why I said I want to be buried in Philadelphia so I can keep on voting.
Listen, man. Listen, she is part of that MSNBC crowd, that CNN crowd, that Young Turks crowd, and they're ignoring her death. Like, just think about it. Her death will go completely ignored by the people who she ideologically.
Completely meaningless.
Yeah, like they
Damn.
have to ignore it. The reason,
The only way they would have cared is if Kyle Rittenhouse would have shot her instead.
no, hold on. Whether they care or not, I is we don't know. They may care. They can't touch this because they know Sunman killed her.
Exactly.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
may care. They may care a
They'll
lot.
say the vaccine killed her before they say the Sunman
Her
killed her.
her friends can't say a word. I mean, no, when at the funeral they won't be able to say a word. They'll never be able to acknowledge it.
And dear God, don't let it have been an illegal immigrant fresh from the border who did this shit.
Yeah. This is
Like an illegal
sad.
immigrant that raped someone underage and they sought an abortion.
This is sad, man. This is very sad, man. This woman, I mean, she did everything right by their rules. She went into the ghetto. She had a business. She politically active with all the woke stuff. She checked every box. She was gruesomely murdered in a public place in a major city, and it's gonna be a local story. And not gonna get out of Oakland.
Dragged to her death.
Yeah, man.
Well, and her head probably got smushed like a grape from the sounds of it. Probably the tire got her.
Yeah, think about how much she's contributed to society compared to Tyree Nichols. She's contributed way more to the economy, politically, to the just she's created jobs.
I bet she even likes sisters more than he did.
To the hood. To the hood. She actually created more stuff in the hood too, right?
And you can't touch this. Salute to Christy Webster, man. Christy Webster, aka I ain't even call Michael Babe Ruth Jordan.
Christy Bezos.
Christy Bezos. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She the goat, man. Christy is the goat, man. Salute to you, Christy, man. Christy is definitely the goat, man. It's getting to the point, man, where like I don't even know if anybody is ever gonna be able to mess with Christy, man.
Yeah, Christy should go donate to Angel Cakes to keep it open so the Sunmen have something to steal.
That's a problem. They never even you would have thought that she would have gotten attacked at the business.
Well, here's the thing, though. That may come out later that there was some attacks, but as of right now, yo, I can't even get to the main story yet. Look at this shit that's going on around this country. I'm gonna try to get to the main story, to the main event. What's it, 12? I'm gonna try it within the hour, man. But it's I can't even get to it. Look at all this.
Meanwhile, attempted car breakings are nothing new, but this video is especially surprising because take a look at that. That appears to be merely a child. WREG's Ashley Paul joins us now live from outside the Memphis Police Department. And Ashley, you've been talking with authorities about this. This is a lot.
That's a child. Now
they all become a blur.
They
all look the fucking same at this point.
Oh my God, you went to Memphis. We may be.
No, I'm not going to stay in Memphis. I'm just gonna do this one because I can't, because Memphis is too much. Here's the thing though. If you come outside, right, and you are armed rightfully, because you don't know who this is. You hear some rustling, some breaking, some kicking, a bunch of just riffraff going off in your fucking driveway. You grab your gun, you come outside. This fucker in the red pulls the fucking gun and run, or starts reaching and runs. This little fucker freezes and like pulls the fucking goddamn screwdriver out, and you don't know what the fuck it is, and you blow his fucking brains out. your life is ruined just because these two little shit stains decided to pick your house to fuck with.
Their mom's gonna come out asking why would you shoot their baby?
Everyone's gonna come out and ask, why did you shoot a kid? Why did you call the police? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Look at the brazenness.
Well,
what
let's look at the positive side. It's during the day. He's not out late.
I like that, Glider, man. I actually didn't think about it that way.
That's true, but here's the thing though.
Right, he's not playing video games.
He might have a mom that cares. Maybe his mom cares. So, like,
why is he not in school?
Well, that's besides the point.
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Appears to be merely a child. WRG's Ashley Paul joins us now live from outside the Memphis Police Department. And Ashley, you've been talking with authorities about this. This is alarming.
Yeah, Stephanie, it certainly is. Well, sadly, we see teens involved in crimes here in Memphis somewhat regularly, but this video had the entire newsroom in shock because the suspect appears to be no more than 10 years old.
Shocking video tonight showing a child trying to break into a car in this Midtown neighborhood. Allie Avery says she got the notification on her Nest camera yesterday afternoon.
With
a
an
motion sensor had been
18-year-old
triggered in her
using him.
carport. I checked, and sure enough, there was a young little boy actually trying to break my window.
She says she yelled through the camera to leave, and sure enough, the boy, who appears to be no more than 10, takes off. Avery says she's most bothered by his young age.
I just feel sad about it because he's a young boy who should probably be in school.
Who would drag you to your death if you came out there and tried to stop him?
Yeah, that kid would throw that baby off a bridge for fun.
Yeah.
Cylinder blacks.
Yeah, they would definitely steal the car with the baby in it and like drop him off on the side of the road somewhere and then keep it pushing.
Is she an umbrella?
Cinder blocks, not cylinders.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Is that an umbrella? I'm gonna need to see a green card.
Yeah, I think this is something. She's some kind of thing.
I'd smash.
Half of Memphis is Mexico at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, that means it's gonna be safer, huh?
Oh, but the kid looks glider though.
Well, you know how that be.
Maybe her baby daddy is
There'll be heads on posts there soon. It'll be that much
You also
safer.
have white.
I mean,
You also have
let's be
white
honest, Stunner. Let's be honest, Stunner. It's gonna be safer. You know it. I know it. Everybody here knows it.
Yeah, listen, man. It's
Is it looking any safer? Because they've been moving in for 20 years. Is it looking any safer?
Stunner, did you just see what I saw? Who was the one doing the crime, Stunner? Like always, brother. Stop it, Stunner. Get out your feelings, bro.
Why
He's
you
a
keep
young boy
addressing me,
who
bro?
should
You acting like a straight female,
Why
dude.
you keep addressing me,
You
man?
acting like
Everybody
a
you've been
female,
talking
bro.
to, troll somebody else, man.
You're acting like a
I'm not with it,
female,
man.
dude.
I'm acting like a female because I don't want to engage with you like a female. Man, move the fuck on.
Takes off. Avery says she's most bothered by his young age.
I just feel sad about it because he's a young boy who should probably be in school.
This isn't the only time we've seen a child caught on camera committing a crime this week. On Sunday, video of this burglary at Smooth Wireless in Whitehaven shows another child following an adult through the store.
The family that loots
Take your child to work
together.
day.
No, the family that loots together. I can't come up with the rest of that.
Shoots together.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Look at him. Look at him. This is the little kid. He's
The
a
family
little
that
boy.
steals together stays together.
Yeah, man. Man, listen, man.
They kill together. They chill together.
Well, that's good because they want the parents more involved with the kids now. You know.
Yeah, I don't think this is what they meant, but hey, man, it's a start. Listen, man, look at that, man. He's like literally he's literally training. This is like when you go to your job and they take you to the sales floor and they say, so this is the such and such, and then the break rooms back there. Let me take you. If you got food, don't leave it
It's
in
a
the
son
refrigerator.
apprenticeship.
Yeah, don't leave your food in the refrigerator. Somebody will eat it. But back here, we have a little microwave. We try to keep it as clean as possible. If you come with me this way, this is the computer room. You have, and it's like they're just taking him. He's on his little. He's on his journey. He's a journeyman, man. This is his. Yeah, that's all. It's just. He's 7 years of. How many years you have to do? 7 years before you become proficient. So he's just getting started. By the time he's probably like 15, he'll be, a pro at this.
On Sunday, video of this burglary at Smooth Wireless in Whitehaven shows another child following an adult through the store.
It's very, very disturbing to have young children coming in.
Former Shelby County Juvenile Judge Dan Michaels says he noticed an increase in younger children entering the system before he retired in September. He says these issues start at home, and the pandemic only made things worse.
Over 40% of the children in Shelby County schools didn't go to school during the pandemic. They didn't get on the computer. You got to do something with your time. And the streets are open 24/7.
He believes the only way to fix it is to invest in impoverished neighborhoods and hopefully
more money.
I was
More
just
money, more
starting to like the judge.
Yeah, man.
How about invest in punishments for the perpetrators?
Yeah, the judge. Isn't it funny that the judge, who would be the most likely person to say stiffer sentences, he didn't go there. He went with the give him more free stuff. The judge.
I'm starting to think even that's not gonna help. Like the strict punishment. I don't even know if that's gonna be a solution at this point.
No, the only solution is bring back Scared Straight.
Okay, they don't give a fuck about that, Gladderman.
Yeah, that's kind of weak. That's not going to do anything.
You should be carjacked and dragged down the street for saying some stupid shit.
versus neighborhoods and
Someone in
hopefully
the
set
chat
kids on a better
give them a
path.
Honda and they'll
Avery
spell
says while this
BMW.
was a scary experience, it has also been eye-opening.
These are young kids who are in need of some guidance and of some good parenting and some good friendships that could lead them to just a better life.
Sounds good. We should put her in charge or something.
She should run for mayor.
Yeah, put her in charge of her own household.
I keep hearing the mayors talk just like she did.
For household
the mayor
only.
candidates.
Yeah. She would definitely be like the front runner. If she put her hat in the race, she would definitely be the front runner.
She sounds just like them. Like that's how they're talking.
POC, female. Oh yeah.
So is it safe to say Islam was right about women? Can we say that yet?
I think we could say that.
I'll say this. I'll say they were part half right. A lot of the things that listen, I want to be able to see some. I'm a visual person, man. I like seeing skinny jeans and halter tops and stuff like that, bikinis. I'm with all that.
Repeal the 19th.
I'm with all that. But as far as like the other stuff, yeah, they were right. But with the whole like walking around looking like ghosts and shit, nah, they were wrong about that. To me,
who are in need of some guidance and of some good parenting and some good friendships that could lead them to just a better life.
Now, we reached out to the Memphis Police Department to see just how big of an issue youth crime is here in the city, but those statistics were not immediately available. For now, reporting live downtown, I'm Ashley Paul, WREG News, Channel 3.
Yeah, that's because they're trying to catch.
Let's say astronomical.
They're still trying to catch up on the murders.
So how do you buy better parents?
You don't.
Yeah. Let's see.
New DNA.
Arkansas boy.
Let's see this. I'm trying to get out of Memphis, but and I'm gonna go to the main event next. But
Cotton Candy Coalition.
Let's just do this last one.
A 17-year-old Arkansas boy is now charged with killing his sister, his mother,
and her boyfriend months after the three were found dead in their home in
If they
St.
did
Francis
that to
County.
his hair, they
News of the
deserve it.
charges is offering some closure to friends and family.
As WREG's Mike Soriani reports, the crime left deep emotional scars that may take a lifetime to heal.
It was absolutely cold-blooded murder, and we have made an arrest.
St. Francis County Sheriff Bobby May announcing 17-year-old Jonathan Rolfe is charged with 3 counts of capital murder in the shooting deaths of his sister Kelsey Thompson, their mother Shalonda Barton, and her boyfriend Jaterrence Wright. Family says Kelsey Thompson was just 12 years old.
Our main concern, ladies and gentlemen, is to get a conviction. We have the shooter.
Probably told him to
No
leave.
doubt in our mind, we have the shooter.
All 3 victims were found November 28th after deputies went to this home on Gore Street for a welfare check. Investigators reportedly recovered shell casings and forensic evidence linking Rolfe to the deaths. Rolfe is also charged with stealing his mother's Cadillac. A 4-year-old girl in the house at the time of the shootings was not injured.
Each of the 3 victims here are survived by many loved ones.
Thursday's press conference was an emotional one for family members.
I'm happy that this process for justice is beginning. I do understand it is an arduous process that will be quite lengthy.
Jackson saying her cousin and Shalonda Barton had been dating for about a year. No motive has been given, but Jackson says regardless, what Rolfe's accused of is nothing short of heartbreaking.
And I understand that Jaterrence was a stranger to him. However, to know that he could kill his mother and his sibling in cold blood in such a way is really hard to wrap my mind and understand that.
In Forest City, Mike Soriani, WREG News Channel 3.
Hard to comprehend. And criminal charges against Jonathan Rolfe will be filed today in St. Francis County Circuit Court. He's being held in a juvenile facility in Jonesboro and will be returned to St. Francis County.
But to be fair, domestic shit is like universal, right? If we're trying to be fair.
No doubt. I mean, yeah. I mean, he killing your parents though. We're seeing an uptick in that with the son community, man.
Domestic stuff is usually husband and wife, not son to mother.
We're seeing a lot of that, man.
But it does happen. Some people aren't married, so they can't kill their spouse.
We're seeing a lot of. I'm seeing a lot of it. Let me put it like that. I've been seeing a lot of the killing of the moms lately. The boyfriend got caught up in this one, but I've seen a lot of the killing of the moms. I just have, man. It's a lot, man. Let's go to the Philadelphia, man. Let's see what's going on in Philadelphia, man.
The Archdiocese of Philadelphia is trying to pinpoint who's behind what it calls a racially charged video. They believe several students at St. Hubert's Catholic High School posted the video on social media. Reporter Waukesha Bailey is live in Holmesburg, where a protest is planned for this morning. Good morning, Waukesha.
Good morning, Jim. A huge reaction from the community in regards to this racially charged video. So much that, as you mentioned, a protest is planned outside of St. Hubert's this morning at 8:30. Now, we did have to blur parts of this video because it does contain juveniles. So here's a portion that is being shown on social media that's been circulating online by St. Hubert's students. It shows several high school aged girls in a room. One girl who is white is spray painting another girl's face black. In the video, you hear the girls laughing and saying phrases like, "You're a black girl, know your roots, it's February, you're nothing but a slave, and I'm black and I'm proud." After this racially charged video surfaced, the Archdiocese, along with the school's principal and president, responded in a statement reading in part, "We view racism as a mortal sin. There is no place for it in our hearts and minds, and there is no tolerance for such behavior at St. Hubert's." They went on to say, "Please be assured that this matter is being actively investigated. All those responsible will be disciplined and appropriately in accordance with our school handbook." Now, the district has yet to disclose any disciplinary actions. Now, we will remain out here this morning and keep you posted. Jim, Janelle?
Probably egged on by the black girls saying, "Do this,
so let's
we'll get 1 million views."
Let's get this straight. We just watched a woman who got dragged to her death. Then we saw a 10-year-old kid breaking into a car. And then we saw a 17-year-old kid who murdered in cold blood his entire family. And there were no demonstrations and no community outrage.
Karen, thank you for that.
But for this.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, this right here with some people, man, whenever it's something racial, man, you can get a lot of eyeballs because racism, like Jason Whitlock says, it's finding it is like finding gold.
You can punch my sister, but if if you punch my sister, I'm gonna come at you.
My point is, at worst, what you could call what they were doing insensitive or inappropriate, but flat out racist is just ridiculous. And I'm ashamed that grown adults who are so-called educated people can't determine the difference in all these words and just claim everything is racism.
Anytime you inconvenience or you piss off a black person, you have to. You got to remember, Stunner. This is the same city where just a few months ago, and I know people got short microwave attention spans because of the internet, but just maybe 7 months ago, they were protesting outside of Sesame Place because one of the fucking characters was caught on camera high-fiving, going down the line high-fiving different kids, and he didn't see a little black girl that was like a foot, 2 feet tall, and he didn't give her a high five. And that was on CNN, Good Morning America, the Today Show. That was a 2-week story. Do you remember that?
I love Philadelphia.
Rosita, the racist, whatever the furry green thing, whatever the fuck. This is that same city.
Past the people that going across the line trying to get close to her, to get to the people that were two people down that were actually following the rules.
Peppered Farmer members.
Yeah, they had to Sesame Place got in a lot of trouble. They had to fire mascots. They had to do diversity training for the employees. They had to
fire the Sun mascot because you dang well know it was a Sun person, because otherwise it would have been leaked to the media that it was someone white.
Exactly. If that was a white person under any of those suits, their whole identity, everything would have been doxed.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. That was a huge story. That even bled into I think other places, like even Disneyland started getting it because black people were saying that, here, look at this video. My kid was. Now those guys, instead of going to one side, touching a few people, because it's random, they don't touch it. Now they have to high five every single black person they see. They used to just, you ever been to a ball game and the players are leaving the arena and they just put their hand up and just they just touch whoever they touch? Now, like, if that happened, if the black people did the same thing, the players would literally have to shake every single person's hands on their way out of the fucking stadium. That's what. So these people in Philadelphia at this Catholic school, they're doing the smart thing. They're trying to get ahead of this, man. Those parents of those kids, I don't give a fuck if they donated enough to build. I don't know, to build a new wing on that building. I don't care if she's the 8th generation of that family to go there. Those girls, that family, and those girls are gone. They're cutting ties with those people.
Karen, thank you for that update. Turning now to the other headlines we're following right now at 5 o'clock. It circulated on social media quickly this morning. A racist video featuring students at a Catholic school in Philadelphia.
NBC 10's Brian Sheehan joins us live with an update. Brian, walk us through this. Yeah, so the Archdiocese says it was made aware of the video yesterday. As of this afternoon, it's been viewed more than 500,000 times and caused outrage from organizations and the public.
We shouldn't be seeing color in 2023. What's wrong?
Now, I know it's funny because there's only one person out there, right? But remember when we stumbled upon the Tyree Nichols shit? The first time we covered it, it was similar to this, which is a story in Memphis, a random throwaway story in the Memphis News.
Community members and parents of children at St. Hubert's Catholic School for Girls are outraged after seeing a racist video circulating on social media featuring at least 3 students. In it, one girl sprays another girl's face black, and you hear one girl making a comment about slavery. Other girls are also heard laughing in the background.
How dare they? Something needs to be done today.
Nicole Hines is one of about a dozen who protested outside the school this morning. This parent of a former St. Hubert student says she pulled her daughter out during her junior year after she repeatedly experienced racism.
They would scream the N-word, or they would, just a lot of microaggressions, pull on their hair.
She lied
about it, video it.
In Philadelphia, so white girls in Philadelphia proper are doing this to black girls.
Right.
Bullshit.
And you know that she went to N-word and microaggressions. I ain't do shit to her daughter.
I can't believe we see color in 2023 when all you see is color.
It's color.
Oh, it's
And
my
what they
color,
preach
it's my
is
color,
color.
it's my color, or it's nothing.
No, they tell white people that if you don't see color, you're actually racist.
Yeah.
If you don't see the color.
But if you do see color, you're racist too.
You're racist, exactly.
You lose. You lose no matter what.
If you're dead, you're racist too.
Yep.
If you died 200 years ago, you're racist. If you died
If you were
100
just born, you're racist.
yeah. If you're just born, you're privileged.
If you died yesterday from a Sunman's bullet while you were just walking down the street, you're racist.
And I don't believe that for 1 second. Somebody from Philadelphia. Is there anybody from Philly in the building, man? Philly, stand up, man. Is white girls bullying black girls?
Rob, where's Rob at? We need Rob.
Yeah, man. Where's Rob?
He's taking a bubble bath at Wicked's house right now.
Shoot, Rob, we need Mr. Builder.
Yeah, man.
Fuck
Where
no.
Reese at?
Fuck
Where's
no.
Reese-
Don't
where Reese
bring
at?
that bad juju up in here.
Now, Builder dropped the donation, man. Salute the Builder, man. Builder, you're welcome, man. Bring your ass up here anytime, man. Builder's welcome, man. Builder's a good guy, man. But just long-winded, man. We gotta try to keep the new incarnation of Builder, man. Hopefully, you've learned from your prior mistakes, Builder. But if you haven't, you know how it goes.
Repeatedly experienced racism.
They would scream the N-word, or they would, just a lot of microaggressions, pull on their hair and laugh about it, video it.
School officials condemned the actions of the students in the video, putting out a statement saying, "We are extremely disappointed to learn that anyone associated with St. Hubert's would act in such a manner, which is entirely inconsistent with our values. Please be assured that this matter is being actively investigated. All those responsible will be disciplined appropriately in accordance with our school handbook."
The question begs,
If they videoed pulling the hair, show the video, because I know if they did the video, they posted it, so show it. Oh, that's right, you can't show it. You're lying.
Well, they can't say they can't show because they're minors, though.
Appropriately in accordance with our school handbook.
the question begs, when will America lose its obsession with anti-blackness, racism?
What is this?
There's this blurring tool on YouTube that you can use to blur their faces.
America, when are y'all gonna lose your obsession with anti-blackness, man? America?
Is this woman living on Pluto? Like, is she not seeing every commercial? Is she not seeing every damn sports team pledge allegiance to BLM and shit? Like, what is?
Hey, but I agree with her though. Because I know a dog whistle when I hear one, right? When they say Kia boys, I know who they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, man. This woman gets on TV and says this full throated, and there will be no one to say, "Hey, wait a second, man. What are you talking about?"
The microaggressions you feel have nothing on the actual aggressions that your sons do.
She has no idea. Her and the rest of these idiots have no idea that they're being used to smear this Catholic school and all Christian schools. This is what this is about. They want to tie these schools with racism so they can say, well, why don't we just do away with these schools? Or why don't we distance ourselves from them and the Christianity, the hate that they're teaching at their school?
Mm-hmm.
Or why don't we use the government to shut them down or control them?
Exactly.
These schools are not going to be teaching CRT. These schools are not going to be teaching with drag queen story time. They're not going to have, all the little fucking
pride parades through the hallways.
So these schools are on the chopping block, and the way to get at these schools without like a Trojan horse, without being seen, without without being noticed, without kind of like the 48 laws of power. You do it indirectly. Use some people, useful idiots, man.
The question begs, when will America lose its obsession with anti-Blackness, racism, and hatred? So that's what the question is, and who's going to do something about it?
The Archdiocese of Philadelphia says those students in the video are not present in school and are being disciplined appropriately.
I want justice. I want reform.
Okay, tie those
three
little girls
girls
to that fence, and what would you do to them?
And you're instigated it, saying, hey, we'll do this, we'll get 1 million views. And then they betrayed the ones that made the videos.
Nah, let's just say the white girls really did it, man. We don't have to go there to where the white girls just fucking the hapless damsels in distress. Let's say the white girls really fucking did it, right?
No, I'm saying they did it. Tie them to that fence right there, and tell that black lady, you do what you think is just.
Yeah, the white girl.
I'm saying they did it at the behest of the black students.
How do you know
the
that,
black
though,
students
Johnny?
Go to them and do it.
How do you know that? Well, you don't know, but how do you hypothesize that? Where are you getting that from?
Past race hoax.
No, but this isn't a hoax. Like, they literally recorded themselves doing it. This is not like the N-word was sprayed somewhere, and then this is like they did it.
I also remember the slave auction where the actual black students participated and encouraged it.
Right, but all right. Let me move along.
Are not present in school and are being disciplined appropriately.
I want justice. I want reform. They have to do something. This cannot continue.
So the Archdiocese says that for the rest of the week, students here will learn from home and all after-school events are canceled. In Holmesburg, I'm Brian.
All after-school events are canceled. Wow.
My daughter, she can't take it anymore. She's in school crying every day because every time we try to speak about these issues, they did absolutely nothing.
Those some fancy signs.
They do not care. They didn't protect my daughter, and then it will not protect yours.
I came out today to support the organizers that came out to speak out against the continued racism, blatant racism, and anti-Blackness. I provided signs for them. I just want to support to let them know.
Oh, she provided the signs.
That this is not okay.
They deserve better. We deserve
with her
better.
Nothing.
That's what I said. Those are some pretty fancy signs to have. That ain't no
Turning to other news now, calls are
cardboard
going
paper.
for a group of students from 2 Philadelphia schools to be disciplined after a racist video was shared on social media. We've learned it involved a group of students from both St. Hubert Catholic High School and Franklintown Charter High School. Action reporter Walter Perez live in Wissinoming with the growing outrage tonight. Walter.
That's right, Rick. We are not going to show that video on the air, but describe it as young people appearing to mock Black History Month and slavery with one person wearing blackface.
You see how they make it worse by not showing the video, but telling you how they see it.
They learned from Tyree Nichols.
Yep.
Because now when they finally do, because they know people are going to search for it, and it's going to be like, yeah, it's the worst thing because the guy told me it was a bad thing. And
exactly.
Say, I haven't seen anything like this ever in my life. This is the worst case of racism I've ever seen. And it's like, nah.
Okay. So I just looked it up on Twitter and I saw a video, and the black girl is laughing hysterically as they're doing this. Absolutely having a great time. So
put it in the back chat.
They put them up.
Put the video in the back chat.
Protesters gathered this morning outside St. Hubert's Catholic School in the wake of a disturbing video circulating on social media. That video appears to include teenage girls, one of whom is wearing blackface while being mocked by the others. It's believed the people in that video are students from St. Hubert's and Franklintown Charter. Nicole Hines, whose daughter used to attend St. Hubert's, says there's only one way to describe her reaction to seeing those images.
Outrage. Outrage. Because why is this still happening?
The Archdiocese has since released a statement reading in part, "We view racism as a mortal sin. There is no place for it."
We view racism as a mortal sin, not moral, mortal. You should die for being racist.
Speaking of mortal.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think we can fill that order for you if you need us to. If you need some death, you're in the right place, man.
I mean, again, this was not a part of a school project or affiliated with anything to do with the school outside that a couple of girls from the school did this shit with some kids from some other schools. I'd have been like, we don't condone this. This wasn't nothing to do with us. No statement. You see what I'm saying? But they got them to make a statement and to associate themselves with it. So they actually got what they wanted in the end. This Kenneth Gavin dude is an idiot.
It's going to, but like I told you, man. Yo, you have to. You can't do some people like that. You can't just tell some people, "Oh, my bad." Like,
but what happens when you apologize and appease? It just gets worse.
But when you don't apologize and appease, like people could, this guy could be forced to step down if he doesn't apologize and appease. This guy he kept.
He's already
job.
fired, Ock. He's already fired. No, he's already on his way to being fired, man.
No, I think this guy kept his job. I think that
no. I'm not saying he's been fired. I'm just saying the fact that they've been associated with this is a stain on him already, personally, on his professional career. And he could possibly, when this school year ends, it's possible that he's not invited to come back.
Well, I think the way he's handling it, according to their book, I think he's handling it right. He's fallen on his face. He's giving them his he's do with me what you will. I'm at your mercy. We view racism as a mortal sin. I mean, come on, man.
But they don't view the abuse of children as a mortal sin, because if they did, they would have turned over the priests that were molesting kids instead of putting them to other parishes.
Yeah,
this is all BS.
Yeah, these people have no room to judge anyone.
Yeah, no doubt.
So let's get this straight. Let's say it was a couple of teen females, painting slanty eyes on a tiger girl.
They can't do racism. They're black.
What do you think? What do you think the outcry level would be on that one?
None.
We might not even known about it though. I don't even think we would have known about it. Because you think about this.
You might
Those
see an
black
anti-Asian
girls,
tweet about it, but that's it.
black girls beat the shit out of people on public buses, trains, streets. I mean,
schools.
Beat the holy hell out of people. And those videos go viral all the time. And nothing is ever like said like these girls just like curb stomp somebody. There's nothing, radio silence. So I think that, like the bar for some people is in hell. So since what a Sun person would have to do would maybe if a Juice Crew, maybe somebody from the Juice Crew. That's probably the only thing I could see happen is if they did something to snatch somebody's yarmulke off their head or something like that. Or even that, it would have to be a famous Sun woman. It couldn't be like just some random schoolgirl, Philadelphia schoolgirl. It would have to be like Rihanna, like said something anti-Semitic. And maybe there would be some punishment, but there's no way that a sister's gonna get in trouble for it.
Are you implying that Juice Crew has any kind of power over cultural institutions, Ock? You better
No,
check
I'm just
your
implying they're the only ones that the Sun person can get in trouble.
I wonder why that is. Weird.
In
they'll
our
snatch
hearts and
your
minds,
balls off.
and there is no tolerance for such behavior at St. Hubert's or any Catholic school. Franklin Town Charter also released a statement reading in part, "We are fully prepared to take the highest form of disciplinary action against any and all students involved in these types of behaviors." The Franklin Town administration is both appalled and sickened by the content of this video. Meanwhile, community activist Melissa Robbins says, "You cannot gloss over the fact that this incident did not occur at a school."
I asked white parents, what are you teaching your children and why? Why are you
Holy shit. Think about the audacity. A black woman
who is probably a
asking
single mom.
white parents. No,
Whose
from a
kid
community.
You might have a kid that has 15 felony convictions.
No, his kid is out. His 10-year-old kid is out trying to carjack a car at this very moment.
Is she said that full-throated, shoulders back, chin up, with no expectation that anybody's gonna push back against it. The audacity, the unmitigated gall, the temerity, the like gliders. If anything shows that you fucked, this soundbite right here pretty much encapsulates when I say that you're fucked.
I asked white parents, what are you teaching your children and why? Why are you teaching your children hate? Why are you continuing the legacy of white supremacy?
Wow.
It's like, have you not noticed the curb stomping culture going on? Like the curb stomp culture.
You see how she was somewhat smiling when she said that shit?
Yeah,
She's
well,
just happy. She's happy that she's getting the opportunity to shit on white people.
She's happy the camera shoved in her face and she has her 15 minutes of fame or 3 minutes of fame or whatever it is.
She's half
she's got $500 wrapped up in fucking signs.
And I'd like to find out what her GPA of the black students there, the ones that are complaining. And not only that, are they paying full tuition?
I'd like to see the CVS receipt of her children.
And not only that is, so the school has to shut down and close all activities because their feelings are hurt because a group of girls played a prank on their own time, on their own property. And then they have the nerve to talk about that they're being infringed upon. Are you kidding me?
And to be fair, it looks like a can of hairspray. It doesn't even look like a.
It doesn't matter. They could have wrote the N-word on themselves. If they're doing it at home, that's their business. But at the same time, you go into the public schools.
This happened at home?
in Philadelphia.
Yes, this was
Yeah,
not
it
in
didn't
a
happen on
school.
school
This
property.
was
It
in
happened at
someone's
somebody's
home.
home.
And you know what?
shit.
These girls that did this, you are safer around them than you are any one of those son sisters kids that are going to that school.
So this didn't even happen
It's
in
not
the
at school.
school.
That's what I'm saying. This is all BS. Like Stunna says, this is an attack on the private schools and specifically on the Catholic and Christian schools.
Do you understand how many times these schools disassociate themselves? A student could get shot on the front steps, and it didn't happen inside of the school. It
No
happened.
comment. Exactly. And that's why I was saying earlier, he should not have associated
Yeah.
his
Now I
school and
see.
himself with
Yeah.
this.
Now I see what you're saying, but
And he
I
should have
just
said this is a private matter. And all
yeah,
these people, these fake signs standing out there,
yeah.
well, why aren't you standing outside of the Philadelphia schools where the kids are getting shot and it's not even safe to go there? And if they're so infringed upon and white people are so hateful and they're so disrespected, then carry your black ass back to the public schools. Why are you here?
Yeah. Because it is safer, man.
Because you're destroying the school, you're infringing on other people's rights. People had their whole activities canceled because of you and your low self-esteem. Then go back to school with your own people. Why are you want to be around people who don't like you? I don't get it. Somebody
Because 40% of the church is woke.
Well,
no,
that's where
because the church
that's
is
where
paying her children's tuition.
yeah, that's
And
where the
she knows-
prosperity is.
Right.
This is a survival mechanism at work. Gliders build prosperous areas. Some people do not. Some people's means to gain access to glider society is to play victim. So this is a survival strategy.
And as they play victim, they are
It's a
tearing
dance.
down the very structures that are successful. Because when you think about it, like I said, if her daughter is so infringed upon and her hair is being pulled and things are so bad, then carry your behind back to the school where you are the majority. Why won't you go there?
While she's laughing her ass off as it's being done to her, saying, "Oh my, this is so funny."
What tough fucking school did you attend to that the worst thing that happened was you got your hair tugged?
This is a kid right here in Philly. He was killed. He's 17, so he was killed. A 15-year-old was injured in a separate shooting. This one's 16. He was killed in Philadelphia, Nicetown. These are all recent. In Philadelphia, the gun memorial has been slacking on Philadelphia because it's too hard to keep up with.
Well, no, the numbers have actually gone down, but I got some stats for you. Okay, so
Well, the other thing is, police are not releasing the stats very well either.
Oh, here's a few.
Rising Crime News is complaining about that.
Here's a few stats for you. As far as shootings go, race or ethnicity, 4% white, 78% black, and 20% Hispanic.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah. Asian 0 and other unknown 0.
I'm surprised the unknown is that small.
I think it's more than 78, but that might be shots with
total together is black and Hispanic is 98%. Was like 97% or something like that.
Yeah. And here's the thing: this guy right here, he's probably considered an hombrito, right?
What's that? Hispanic, black,
That
or
is
white?
a sun nose for sure.
Yeah, but he's still he's a
What about the one
right
graph we were like?
This one's a hombrito. So yeah, he's a hombrito. I give him hombrito. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, man. A lot of hombritos are getting but it's 20% hombrito and 78% sun. Yikes.
I wonder I wonder who's killing the Umbritos there. Is it the Umbritos or is it the Sunman killing them? You know what I mean?
No, 76% sun, 20% Umbritos, 4% white.
Wow.
I'd say half the Umbritos are killed by sun.
Say that?
That's I don't know. That's interesting.
No, I think people tend to stay in their own communities as far as that.
Yeah, because in Chicago,
agreed.
we kill each other. I don't know about other places, but here
Yeah,
we definitely
no. In the DC area, like the MS-13, when you hear about MS-13, like Sunman don't even know like
Yeah, they don't fuck
what
with
that
stuff.
shit about. Like they don't like we walk past MS-13, we don't even know like we walking past them and shit.
Right. It's like Mayo said, they're like non-playable characters in the video game, right?
Exactly, and that's how it is. Or that's how it is usually for other races too when it's Sunmen, because Sunmen, now we may rob a guy doing a fruit stand or rob some
Always got to deal with the food.
Some Umbritos doing some work, or may rob some Umbritos. You know what I'm saying? But we're not like beefing with Umbrito blocks or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not like holding a war with an Umbrito block. We're just like random Umbrito gets caught slipping, yeah, he gonna get robbed. So yeah, that's
no vendettas. Just it's opportunity.
Yeah.
Burritos be heavy in the dope game. A lot of they murders be behind that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm still here. I'm here to tell the story. I was the one that got to live.
For Rasan Hill, playing ball is both a passion and an escape. A brief respite from the dangers that stalk him.
What did you do when you saw the beam on your shirt?
I turned and I just kept running. And at that moment, that's when the bullet went through the shirt.
The 16-year-old surviving a near-fatal shooting last summer. Walking home with friends
he got
in West
shot with a
Philadelphia
laser
after
sight,
a pickup basketball game when a group of young people approached them and clashed.
How does it go from guys arguing to someone pulling a gun?
It's just the way the world is nowadays. It's like people feel like
all it
they
takes
gotta
is
have
one
a gun
insult
to, have power.
One bullet grazed
Not
his
even the
shoulder.
insult.
It was a near miss. Rasan was lucky. Too often in Philadelphia, someone else's child is not.
A very dangerous night on South Street. 14 people were shot. 3 of those people have now died.
The city of brotherly love.
Man, the way those people are running for their lives over there.
In a nation where gun violence has become an epidemic from city to city, Philadelphia is setting its own grim record. 562 people shot dead last year, the most ever in its history.
We'll talk about 2021.
Where's all the
Hundreds more than
signs?
New York or Los Angeles.
Someone must have got hit.
All the pissed off moms.
The city of brotherly love. But you got brothers killing brothers.
Tonight we go inside the brutal reality of gun violence with the most vulnerable, the young.
I literally watched my blood leak out.
Digging into why this keeps happening.
And the most perpetrators.
Allegedly.
The city's leaders fighting a battle many admit they are losing.
We're losing generations.
If we have another horrible year, then we have all failed.
While community leaders figuratively and literally doing all they can to stop the bleeding.
Our kids are dying slowly. Our kids have no hope.
There were about 100 less last year.
This housing project in West Philly is where Rasan spent most of his childhood. The neighborhood, one of the deadliest in the city. The rising high school junior imagining life beyond his hometown.
What's the dream?
To play sports, play football. And if football don't work out, I want to join the Army. I just feel like I'm made to be on the battlefield.
In many ways, he already is.
I'll say a little prayer to myself when I'm walking.
If I may ask, what's the prayer?
I just ask God to, just to watch over me while I'm walking. I make sure I make it home safely. Can't even have fun like nowadays because you got to worry about a stray bullet.
Young black men like Rasan are disproportionately killed and wounded by guns in Philadelphia, comprising 75% of those shot. Gun violence, tragically the leading cause of death for black males between the ages of 15 and 34. For Rassan and his friends, those aren't simply statistics. They're names and faces they know.
So you check on each other every couple days?
Every day. Every hour of the day. We got group chat. We always ask.
Group chat?
Yeah, we always ask where y'all at, what y'all doing. Like, good morning, good night.
Show of hands if you know anyone's ever been shot. Show of hands if you know anyone's ever been murdered. Show of hands if it were a relative or friend that was murdered. Have you ever thought about carrying a gun yourself?
No, that's not us. We don't gotta carry a gun to express ourselves, you know.
So how do you stay protected, stay safe?
We stick together.
We
watch each other's backs.
Watch our backs.
The sting of a bullet touching the life of Rassan in more ways than one.
It's giving me butterflies. I haven't been back ever since, so it feels very different.
Less than a year after Rassan's close call, his 19-year-old friend Ajane Stenson was shot 3 times in a random incident at the same West Park apartment complex.
The first pop, I'm thinking it hit the metal because I heard the bullet drop. So once that happened, I instantly just froze. I ran that way and went up the steps and I kept running.
You're running for your life?
Yeah, I was terrified.
Returning here now requires armed security guards and emotional support from her pastor and mentor, Reverend.
Damn.
Wakanda.
So when the news started this story, it was talking about a national epidemic in the cities, right? So 27 out of the 30 major cities in the United States have Democrat mayors. How come investigative journalists, quote unquote, never make that connection? Right.
And also their police forces are led by women of color as well.
But they never.
Hey, that's too much truth for you in one day. That's too much truth.
And the most violent felons are being let out by a lot of times by women and by people of color.
According to them, it's way, way worse to have a bunch of kids screwing around with, a paint can or something than it is to get shot. Because I don't see anybody protesting this. You're muted, Ak.
And you won't.
I think you're muted. We can't hear you, Ak.
She needs armed guards to go back here. Nobody's protesting here. Nobody. These guys don't. The guys around here don't have the same standard as those white parents or those white people at that Catholic school or police officers, where they're going to conduct themselves. They're going to just let you talk shit, and they're just going to stand there and wait for you to get tired. And, these guys, if you fucking breathe wrong, they'll blow your fucking head off. Nobody's going over there to protest.
That happened, I instantly just froze. I ran that way and went up the steps and I kept running.
You're running for your life?
Yeah, I was terrified.
Returning here now requires armed security guards and emotional support from her pastor and mentor, Reverend Aaron Campbell.
I've buried 5 mentees over the years that were just as close to me. So I was like, oh no, not another one, and not her.
Just 82 days into the year, Ajane quietly became the 460th victim of gun violence.
A 19-year-old girl gets shot 3 times, nearly bleeds to death, and there's no mention in the local newspaper, there's no mention in the local TV station.
Our young people of color are not being valued.
Did you hear that? Her story didn't even make the news.
Because they don't, again, the land whale that is doing the producing of these stories doesn't want the son perpetrator mentioned. You see what I'm saying? They don't publicize these, not because they don't value her. They want to shield the criminals. They don't want to highlight the fact that this shit is happening. So they only publicize the most outrageous cases, and all the garden variety shootings like this, they don't even report. And they think they're protecting them by doing that.
No mention in local TV station.
Our young people of color are not being valued. Until we all come together and begin valuing them, this will not change. And in fact, it will get worse.
Reverend Aaron created Level Up in 2018, a program developed to mentor young people in Philadelphia. Recently, the group provided a home for Ajane and her family. Inside Level Up's headquarters, this local church has become a safe haven for young people, including Ajane and Rasan. The pastor wears many hats: friend, father, therapist.
I hope he ain't fucking with no kids, man, because he seemed like a dynamite guy, man.
Favorite uncle.
There is a systemic neglect of young people of color. The schools,
by old people of color, by pasty liberals, by fucking you guys.
Underfunded, overcrowded. The school to prison pipeline, that's a reality.
I changed my mind. This guy started to get on my fucking nerves already.
That
Yeah,
just
fuck
can't
him.
be neglected.
Look at the crack on his
And
head.
there
I
needs to be
distrust him
change.
just from that.
So
He
how
can't have a decent
can
haircut?
a preacher of a modest-sized church with very cool tattoos impact any of that?
I think talk is cheap, and I just want to let the work speak for itself. These are diamonds in the rough, and they need to be humanized again. This is a conversation. You know?
Aaron has seen the trauma on both sides of a gun, helping the wounded and those who pull the trigger.
Every gathering, we collect knives, tasers, mace. Kids have to carry weapons just to feel safe, but we're always teaching that violence is never the answer.
Some of the kids who come here have shot somebody. What do they tell you?
Self-defense. They shot at me, so I shot back.
Some have described this as social media beefs turned violent. Can you expand upon that?
We live in this day now where someone can just look at someone's Instagram, slide in their DMs, and just begin with the hate.
I got shot by my best friend. It was over a girl.
For Ladonis Q. Arajo, the 25-year-old self-proclaimed Bloods gang member knows firsthand just how quickly the streets could turn on someone in Philadelphia.
The bullet's still there. Mm-hmm. Can you feel it? Can you?
Yeah, I can still feel it.
May I?
Yeah, sure. First right here.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I done been in jail and I done been on a run. And I done been dead. It has 3 places I don't want to go no more.
I don't know whether to say you've been fortunate or you've been cursed.
Honestly, I wouldn't know what to call it. I would just call it life.
Hugh said the streets began to pull him in by age 12.
I shot my first gun at 11.
At a shooting range?
No. The moment you hit your peak at 12, that's when everything hit you. The world hit you.
Your peak at 12, he says.
12 is your peak. Man. You peaking at 12. Like that's like so 15 you in your prime. 17, you in your prime. Those your Jordan years. And then 21 it's like, you like where LeBron is now. You just, you hanging on. 25, you dead or in jail for the rest of your life. Damn. That puts a whole different light on that little kid in Memphis breaking into that woman's car.
But you know what? I personally do believe in the school to prison pipeline, just not in the way that they do. You know?
Right. Exactly. There's a school to prison pipeline. It's just the fact that some people go to school. If you didn't have some schools, you wouldn't have a school to prison pipeline.
Right.
Only if you put the Sun people in a fucking goddamn sauna, a spa during days instead
Spa
of
to prison pipeline.
a spa to prison pipeline.
See the thing, you get me. You're an asshole, but I guess I'm an asshole too.
Hey man, I guess so. Yeah, it wouldn't matter where you put them at. Wherever you put them at, it would be a pipeline headed to prison from there. Wow.
Go no more.
I don't know whether to say you've been fortunate or you've been cursed.
Honestly, I wouldn't know what to call it. I would just call it life.
Hugh said the streets began to pull him in by age 12.
I shot my first gun at 11.
At a shooting range?
No. The moment you hit your peak at 12, that's when everything hit you. The world hit you. And you really got to realize either I'm going to be in it or I'm going to be on the side of it.
Now Q, also a member of Level Up, is focused on life on the other side of violence.
What changed?
Me. I didn't want to be dead. And I didn't want to put my mother through that pain.
Our mantra here is that healed people heal people. So as they're experiencing healing, they're going back into their communities as agents of healing.
But for Ajane, the road to healing is not easy. For months, she's been doing grueling physical therapy.
In talking to you, I certainly sense resilience, I sense kindness, I sense optimism, but I don't sense fear or anger.
I'm not really angry with anyone, not even the shooter, because like I said, I never had...
A stranger shot you for no reason and you're not angry with that
I don't have no
person?
type of hate in my heart for anyone.
None?
None. Nah, don't hate anyone.
Shit.
Tough questions.
It's probably gonna date his ass.
Part of what I hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Bet she hate
Is there
gliders.
problems in Philadelphia?
Oh, of course. But
Yeah, what are your thoughts on white people, Little Miss? I got shot.
For real.
Yeah. I mean,
Man,
she hates white people, but she said she doesn't hate anyone. Gliders are humans.
Yeah, but that's different though.
No, I wouldn't say that.
We've fallen short, quite frankly.
And more mayhem and heart.
I mean, listen, man, it is rough out there, man, in the Philadelphia streets, man.
I think we're about to turn it around, Ak. I can feel it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I think the sun's about to. I think the dawn's about to come.
Okay, we're on the other side. We're coming out of it.
Yeah, I'm bullshitting you completely. We're fucked up the ass.
No. Changes are coming.
Yeah, it's just no way. There's no fucking way that there's any way you can stop this shit, man. This shit is like a freight train barreling down the fucking tracks, man.
Yeah, they see that light at the end of the tunnel, and somebody needs to tell them that's not the end of the tunnel. It's a fucking freight train coming.
Yeah, there's no way out of this, man. There's no way out of this, man. Unfortunately, man. Unfortunately.
I think the Umbritos are gonna have to take over for the gliders and do what needs to be done.
They can't.
We need a Umbrito Patel Tiger coalition.
And glider. No, I mean, but we've said before, Fish. Obviously, the solution is the gliders using the government.
Last week, the Tigers put up some pretty big numbers.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. And even with those numbers those Tigers put up with how efficient they were, that still wasn't like 1 6-hour period in Blackistan. Like Blackistan is doing almost 50 a day.
This morning, a Philadelphia family is again coping with the pain of losing a loved one to violence here in the city. Ryan Hughes spoke to a devastated mother after her son was killed by a gunman who is still on the loose.
They ripped my heart out. They don't know how they ripped my heart out for stupid nonsense.
Sandra Hernandez says her only son, Mason Hernandez, loved to dance, loved his family, and had dreams of opening his own business. But now Hernandez says she is living a nightmare.
He won't have no kids. He won't get married. I'm not gonna see him no more.
Hernandez tells CBS News Philadelphia her 23-year-old son went to an after-hours party with friends near Rising Sun and Adams Avenues in the city's Crescentville section. At some point in the night, she believes he got into an argument, and when he was walking to his car around 6:30 Saturday morning, police say Hernandez was shot in the back of the head. Family and friends gathered Saturday night for a candlelight vigil to pray and honor the young man's life.
Mason didn't deserve this. Mason was a good kid.
This is the second tragedy the family has had to face recently. Only 8 months ago, Hernandez's cousin was also killed, and the family tells me they are fed up with what they call the lawlessness in Philadelphia.
Are these the first burritos with a balloon release we've ever seen?
Ballon. Ballon. Get it right. Right? Ain't that right, Wiki? Ballon? What is it? What?
Is
We
this
call them,
is
we
this
call
the
them
first
globos.
balloon release?
No, we call them globos.
Globos. Globos. Globos. Global. How you say releasing globals?
You know what? I don't know that we. I mean, I guess I would say aventando globos. I don't know.
Aventando globos.
But I'm glad that we're keeping up with the times.
Yeah, man. You getting indoctrinated real good, man.
This is for Jesus too, and for Mason.
In May, 17-year-old Jesus Gomez Rosario was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver while riding his skateboard in North Philadelphia. Police say that driver is now in custody, but this family says parents need to know what their kids are up to, and they plan to contact city leaders about the violence.
This has to stop. And I'm gonna do everything I can to find justice for Mason.
And on this night, they're releasing balloons into the air and calling on people to tell police if they know something about Hernandez's murder. In North Philadelphia, Ryan Hughes, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Wow. Wow.
So Fresh Prince used to think about West Philadelphia being rough. Now it's North Philly too. So just all of Philly.
All of Philly.
Yeah. Every last bit of it. Every last bit.
All the way down to the last I.
All right, everybody, let's wrap this hour up with one last feel-good story I am excited to share with you. This is what I'm liking. I am always deeply impressed when young people see issues in their community and instead of just pointing it out, they actually do something. That's completely the case for 20-year-old Akayla. After years of leading projects and activities for kids in her Philadelphia neighborhood, she just opened a full-on community resource center. So cool. We have her joining us now from Dimples for Days. Everybody say hi to Akayla. Hi.
Hey guys. Hey Kelly.
Oh my gosh, you do have Dimples for Days. They're so cute. Oh my God, you're so cute. Okay, so you've been doing nonprofit work since you were 13?
Yes, it all started when I was 13 years old. It literally was like I was dancing on an app called Dub Smash, and then I started getting all of these followers out of nowhere. And my mom was like, "What are you gonna do with all of these followers?" And I really didn't know. I just knew I always wanted to help people. And she was like, "Well, it sounds like you want to be in the nonprofit world." At 13, I didn't really know what the nonprofit world was, but my mom had prior knowledge in it, so she was able to guide me. We did know that we wanted our mission to be helping the community, being able to give back to the community, provide resources, and doing things like that. So we took off. We were doing book bag drives, feeding the homeless, giving breakfast to the kids. And from right there, that's what it was. And like you said, I do have my Dimples. So the name was very much natural. People were calling me Dimples already. So with Dimples for Days, that's what it was. And that's how we got our mission too, keeping the smiles and the hearts and minds of the community, because every time we came around, people were always smiling.
I love that. So now you actually have a brick and mortar resource center. So what new opportunities has that opened up?
You got to understand, like coming from Philly, there's a lot of violence in Philly. So with the resource center, yeah, we're not just this research center that you could come in and work on your resume. No, you could come in and you can get those resources that you need. You could come in, you can get something to eat, you can sleep. You know, it's a safe haven for our youth. We don't even call them youth, we call them dreamers, because it's a place that you're turning your dreams into reality. But we have like certain days for certain things for our dreamers to do. So on Monday, they'll like paint to work on their mental health. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we like to call those workforce development days. Thursdays, that's Taco Thursdays. They're making their tacos. And then on Fridays, those are.
So even Kelly Clarkson.
It must be great to be a Western woman and just live in this fantasy world that they
Yeah.
create in their heads. This shit is nonsense, and it ain't really helping nothing.
Nah, it's not. That shit. Nothing
North
she's
Philly-
doing is helping anything. But people are cleaning up Philly, so let's see who's helping to at least clean up Philly.
In North Philadelphia, volunteers from Philabundance hit the streets to clean up outside their organization's community kitchen. That's where Philabundance holds cooking classes and trains people for culinary careers. About 25 volunteers cleaned up a 2-block radius surrounding the kitchen. More volunteers fanned out to work at other Philabundance
I don't
locations.
see any sons, man.
And you're not going to.
That's odd. I was expecting to see a bunch of sons, man. They're taking time out of their schedule to volunteer.
Were you really expecting to see a bunch of sons?
They can't be bothered to be picking up trash. You got too much swag drip shit to do.
Yeah, that's for white people to do. White people.
They're following them around, throwing the trash back on the ground
and laughing about it.
Salute to Lux 247, aka Kyle Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Salute to Gil B, man, coming through with the cash app. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, it's
Dude, we used to have no trash in my subdivision, and as soon as more Sun people and Umbrado started showing up, it just started being trash. Since COVID, really, all this trash started popping up all over the place, and it's the same shit. It's Popeyes, it's Chick-fil-A, and it's what's in Mexican burgers? It's about 2 or 3 different
Modelo, Corona.
Modelo, yeah, and Corona. It's all it is, all over the place.
Dos Equis.
And I'm not kidding. It is those beers, and it's Popeyes and fucking Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me. Long story short, I don't know if you heard, but they captured one of Chapo's sons, right? And his
Right.
henchmen were fighting with the military for 10 hours. They were taking pictures of the scene act, and there was empty Modelo bottles next to like grenades. Put that in your pipe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Philly. I think Philly's done, man. Give me another city, man. Anybody?
How about Tucson, Arizona?
Arizona?
Or San Antonio, Texas, where I'm at now.
Oh, you in San Antonio? What you doing down there, man?
Business.
Oh,
You working on the border?
Hell no.
Got the Maserati on the border, tightening that shit up.
Hell no. I flew to this bitch.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, damn, I forgot to share my screen. My bad. Salute, Genetic Freak says, salute, shout out the fisherman for making the point that I co-signed a few days ago. The Tiger on Brito Patel coalition already has an advantage because they don't fear the Suns like Gliders do. True.
But they don't have a coalition. Those groups don't like each other themselves.
Tiger Patel. What are they gonna do in this whole? What's their role in this fucking battle?
The brains.
Some people to
Rooftop Koreans.
Yeah, to bring some people to heel.
Do math.
Well, maybe they could act as like the bait.
We just need to keep them out of the motor pool.
There's lots of
We'll be all right.
cameras out here.
MAGA country.
Yeah, caught on camera, the owner of an art gallery in Old Town Scott.
Saying MAGA country. They're calling this a racist
That's a
incident.
racist incident.
All he said was MAGA country. Hold on.
MAGA country.
There's lots of cameras out here.
MAGA country.
Where's Juicy Smollett?
Yeah, caught on camera, the owner of an art gallery in Old Town Scottsdale appears to be mocking a group of Native American performers there. They were there filming a promotion for the Super Bowl.
Well, that's not just any guy. That is Gilbert Ortega. He is very well known in the Valley. You've seen his shops all over the place. He's now charged with misdemeanors.
Oh, shit. He's been charged for saying MAGA country. Oh.
Ortega. Is that a
exactly?
Is that a hombrito yelling at the Prairie Patels?
Yeah, and think about this:
Twilight Zone for real.
This guy's going to lose everything because of this, man. They're going to fucking strip him to the bone because he's saying MAGA country. Oh my God.
And notice they used the same languages in that video in Philadelphia with those girls saying that they were mocking Black History Month and mocking slavery. It's like mocking is racist.
Some people do that all day long. Some people run up on people with pranks, and some people kill people and rob people. I think that gliders are victims of their the perception people have of them. People perceive gliders, and this guy being a glider, being probably a white Latino, people view you as being very smart, very composed, very reasoned, very well intentioned, very compassionate, very egalitarian. So what they do, what that makes some people and other groups do, is say, okay, well, you can take this ass kick. He'll take this ass kicking, and he won't, he'll take it like a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll take it like a man. You won't whine about it. So we'll give you the ass kicking because we know you won't whine about it. The Sun Man, he punches a 90-year-old Asian woman in the back of the head and calls her a gook while he's running away. No hate crime there. He's just mentally ill. You yelling MAGA country, the charges, misdemeanor. You're going to be arrested. And we're going to fucking make it so uncomfortable for everyone who does business with you that they're going to fucking leave you and make what Biggie said, make it so hot. He said, what he said, make it so hot, even some shit he said. Damn, I forgot that line Biggie said. But yeah, make it hot. We're gonna make your spot hot.
For the Super Bowl.
Well, that's not just any guy. That is Gilbert Ortega. He is very well known in the Valley. You've seen his shops all over the place. He's now charged with misdemeanors. Justin Lum picks up the story from there and talks to witnesses.
Gilbert Ortega Jr. is the owner of 2 Scottsdale businesses in the Old Town area, showcasing Native American jewelry, baskets, pottery, and weaves. But now video is circulating across social media of a racial outburst just down the street. And victims say the charges Ortega is facing are weak. The owner of Gilbert Ortega Native American Galleries and Gilbert Ortega Galleries is seen here, mocking Native American performers, waving his arms, chanting and calling them names outside his shop near Scottsdale Road and Main Street Tuesday morning.
He's seemed angry at the fact that natives were having a platform and being asked to do this. A lot of the local shop owners are very supportive of the native art market that we were there performing for.
Now identified as Gilbert Ortega Jr., Cody Blackbird controlled his anger and says Ortega got physically close to the group of performers as he made racist remarks. Scottsdale police investigated the incident and submitted charges against Ortega for 3 counts of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Blackbird believes what happened was a hate crime.
And I want to see the departments that have failed and the city that has failed this business, the Native Art Market, to issue apologies.
Yeah, that's a burrito, man.
Did it say that he owned a Native American art gallery?
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
They are accusing a native art gallery owner of racism against Native Americans.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like he had a gallery or two devoted to their artwork or
To their
anything
artwork.
uplifting.
It's just truly
like
Twilight Zone times.
Yeah,
And they said he said racist shit, yet they never played anything racist. Why
yeah,
is it?
MAGA country is racist now.
Exactly.
That's considered a racist term, apparently.
I kind of like his jacket though.
Yeah, why not play what he's saying?
Yes.
Right here. It's
Yes.
weird. That's just weird.
Yes.
Blackbird believes what happened was a hate crime.
And I want to see the departments that have failed and the city that has failed this business, the Native Art Market, to issue apologies.
Probably tell them to get the fuck from in front of the store.
Is that the last members only jacket?
Oh no.
For how this was handled.
Police say there's no specific hate crime offense in Arizona, but a hate crime designation can be added to other crimes if determined it was motivated by race, religion, disability, or sexual orientation. The mayor of Scottsdale, David Ortega, who has no relation to Gilbert Ortega, says, quote, 2 years ago when Native Art Market opened in Old Town, I welcomed them wholeheartedly to our community. Today, I met with them to express solidarity and assure them that the city of Scottsdale is pursuing the matter to the fullest extent of the law. Blackbird says Ortega tried apologizing in person yesterday.
He went to shake my hand and say how sorry he was. I didn't accept the apology or the handshake. He left flowers.
We reached out to Gilbert Ortega Jr. for a statement, but we have no.
What an asshole! He wouldn't accept his apology. That's some liberal shit. They do that a lot now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit
don't
they do.
accept your apology.
Hey,
And it's
hey,
like,
I,
fuck you then.
that Umbrito thinks he's a glider. He's gonna get his Sunman reality check soon, though.
Yeah.
Tonight
Yeah,
on
man.
Fox and Investigation.
That's fucked up. They're teaching them. No, I won't accept your apology. To like escalate it more. So it's like
Yeah, they have to win. It's like literally like a soft act of war.
Yeah. And now if you apologize, if you don't, but still, here's the thing: you're still required to offer the apology. You know what I'm saying? You have to still. I mean, like shit. Don't apologize. Like, well, they wouldn't accept it anyway. No, you still have to apologize, and they just get told to fuck off. Give me another city. Wow, that was a lot, man. Wasn't expecting all that.
How about San Diego?
San Diego, man. San Diego Superchargers. See what's going on down here, man.
What about Michoacan?
Who?
No, I'm just
Mexico.
kidding. So somewhere in
You know
Mexico,
what's
but I'm just kidding though. I don't want to scare anybody. So just let's stick to the Snowman crime.
Yeah, facts. Let's see. San Diego don't have good demographics, man. Very, very glacial out there, man.
But they're very selective about what they'll show there too. They don't have very many Sun people, but they're active. They got plenty Sun gangs. You know what I'm saying? They're very active, but you don't hear much about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they definitely but it's a beautiful city, man. It's beautiful, man. It's very beautiful, man.
Hold on, scroll back up. You see where it says 84-year-old Skyline man?
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, Skyline is one of the Sun
An
areas.
84-year-old man accused of murdering his 78-year-old wife in their Skyline neighborhood just faced a judge for the first time. It's our top story here on The 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal is live downtown with what happened in the courtroom today. Kelly?
Well, that's right. Mikhail Ahmad appeared in court via video monitor. He was arrested Monday, accused of shooting and killing his wife. Here's a look inside the courtroom.
Damn, why the long face?
He's been advised of his constitutional rights and enters not guilty plea denial as to all allegations. We request the court appoint the public defender's office.
And Ahmad is in the Vista jail right now. He appeared virtually with the public defender. And as you just heard, he pleaded not guilty to one count of murder as well as a gun allegation. The shooting happened Monday morning at the 200 block of Sienna Street in Skyline. We do have some video of Ahmad's arrest. He was in handcuffs, escorted away from the home by officers. Police say a family member called them and said some sort of domestic dispute had happened. And police say the victim, Ahmad's wife, had been shot several times. Now, today's hearing was very short, probably less than 10 minutes long. Ahmad is being held without bail.
That's a big blood gang area.
Yeah, you think she was a Crip? That's why I shot her.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for supporting the channel from all over. My first 3 episodes were about hoods in LA, but this time I'm gonna go about 2 hours south to San Diego. I've been getting into some of the blood sets and Crip sets that are in San Diego, their allies, and their robberies with other gangs and incidents that have occurred. The first gang that would be detailed would be the Lincoln Park Bloods. They were started in the 1970s. They had many name changes in the 70s, but by the 1980s, the Lincoln Park Blood name will stick. They're located on the southeast side of San Diego. With them being Bloods, they wear red, of course, but they also wear green. The Lincoln Park Bloods are allies of the 5'9 Brims, a set that was originally started in LA, and also the Emerald Hills Bloods, another blood set in San Diego. The Lincoln Park Bloods beef with Crip sets like Rolling 40 Crips, while many fellow Lincoln Park members to locate weapons.
Damn, San Diego, yikes. That's scary, man.
All right, guys, I can almost see my porch now. The snow's melted.
Oh, man, that's what's up.
Now, did you see where they just showed Nick Cannon?
Yeah.
You fast forwarded it, but yeah, this is where his father was active at.
Yeah, I heard his father was a gangbanger, man. Yeah, I heard about that. Man, see Seattle, man. Seattle is the gift that keeps on giving, man. Seattle, that's a very, very giving place.
It was a frightening experience for the victim. She says that this is her car on Pacific Highway South. It's damaged now and wedged between the work truck there and a cab on the other side. She says a man and a woman pulled up behind her and her partner in that car at a gas station. They pointed a gun at them and ordered them to get out.
We were there like 2 seconds, like in that parking spot, and then boom.
Before her car wound up smashed and surrounded by police at this intersection, Rose Angelica Davila says she was the victim of a terrifying carjacking. It all started when she and her partner pulled in to get gas at AM/PM, and 2 people got out of a truck behind them with a gun.
And they parked right behind us, and then they just came and like,
damn.
It was super fast. So like
Look
all of a
how
sudden, like
quick that shit was. These look like on burritos too. By the truck and by the just the efficiency.
And 2 people got out of a truck behind them with a gun.
And they parked right behind us, and then they just came.
Oh, look at this. Look how fast this happened.
Of a terrifying carjacking. It all started when she and her partner pulled in to get gas at AM/PM, and 2 people got out of a
And
truck
the way they're
behind them
parked,
with
they
a
can't
gun.
even
They
pull away
parked
to
right behind
escape.
us, and then they just came and like, it was super fast. So like all of a sudden, like I literally look and my door was already open. Like when I can't even remember them open the door. I was just like, the door was already open.
She says she could hear the gun click, the weapon aimed right at her partner.
They had pointed a gun to my baby's dad because he was the one that was driving.
Davila said a woman approached on the passenger side.
She was just like, get out, like, telling me to get out. And she was like, please.
The whole
She says
truck.
they sped off in her car,
Well,
police
that's stolen,
pursuing
too.
them to Pacific Highway South and South 224th Street.
It was very frightening, yes.
At that location, a cab driver told us he saw around 10 police cars and a driver speeding towards him with blown out tires.
I saw the white car
with a flat tires, coming wrong, driving wrong way, and coming to us. And then I pull over the side, and the guy, he squeezed between 3 cars and hit my car.
He says his passenger saw the guy getting out with a gun in his hand, and police swarmed him.
There was 2 people, lady and the guy, so both they arrested.
At some point, witnesses reported hearing shots fired. A source told Fox 13 an officer fired at least 1 shot. Kent police say nobody was hit. Heather Gallagher's 15-year-old son was in school nearby when it went into lockdown.
He's like, Mom, can you come get me? There's a shooting.
Heather lost another son years ago and says the situation was traumatizing.
He's terrified. He's had a brother shot.
Facts. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna stay on burritos because you never really see pickup trucks used in that kind of activity.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it was on burritos, man. On burritos trying to step this stuff up, but you can't compete, man. We ahead by too much.
I'm more impressed with the gliders. They've been, in there. They've been getting in the mix a little more. From what I've seen on your channel.
Carjackings?
No, not carjackings. Just that summit shit.
I haven't seen it, but I see.
Yeah, on your channel, you've been on. I seen it on your channel where the gliders are acting a fool.
Oh,
more often than not, I guess.
Oh, okay. They have their own type of foolery, but I haven't seen them doing like the type of foolery that affects like communities.
They haven't spread into a drum into a crowd yet.
Yeah, their foolery affects like them and the person they did it to, and that's it. It doesn't affect like just everybody in the vicinity.
Hey, what you think about Joe Biden in the State of the Union calling Tyree Nichols Tyler?
Oh shit, he did. Wow.
He said, "If we gotta." What Tyler's mom said, everybody's like, "Hold on, who the fuck is Tyler?" And as soon as he said it, they panned the camera to that dude's mom because she was in the house.
Yeah.
And she was looking like, I know this motherfucker ain't called my son Tyler.
Wow. That is crazy.
Yeah, he said, just like Tyler's mom said, that, something's good's got to come out of this. And it was like, who's Tyler?
But something good did come out of it. They got $1 million on them.
Exactly.
A lot good went out of it. These cities out here, we're not getting nothing out west, man.
They shutting that shit down, man. I'm telling you, they're not letting that shit get out anymore. They're trying to put a cap.
Oh yeah.
On the information getting out. It really does seem that way in a lot of places.
You think so? Let's see what's going on in DC, man. Let's see what's going on.
If DC is quiet, we all know what's up.
Yeah, I don't think DC's gonna be quiet. DC's never quiet.
Tonight, and also in DC, our team has noticed a lot of people posting on social media about stolen tires and rims on their cars.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to know, how often is this really happening, and what can you do to protect your vehicle? Our Katie Lusso spent the night getting you some answers. And Katie, I feel like I see a post every day with somebody complaining about their wheels being stolen.
Yeah, seriously. And if you go for a quick scroll right now on your social media, you'll likely scroll right into a post like this one, according to MPD or DC Police.
Somebody should talk her out of that shit.
Matches the increases they've seen in cases.
Another one.
Across the DMV.
Another one. Another one.
In Maryland and all over the district.
Northeast DC.
Bebo, the tow truck driver, has been documenting all of the rimless, tireless cars he's had to tow the last 2 months.
Damage that rocker.
In October, DC police shared this surveillance footage of someone stealing tires off a car on Hunt Place in Northeast. MPD says they saw a major increase in tire and rim thefts between 2021 and 2022, with more than 500 reports last year compared to less than 300 the year before. Those numbers don't factor in the thefts they've had this year, like this one on 9th Street and D Street in Northeast, and another that neighbors say was right here on Johnson Avenue and South Street in Northwest.
Noticed a car, I think on bricks, that clearly it had its tires removed.
Ben White lives down the street and says lately he just keeps his head on a swivel.
Whether it's jackets being taken or cars, it seems like these are
the jackets being taken. Yeah, these white people, they wear jackets. They're not aware that some people, like white people, are not aware that those. What's the one with the Canadian, the little
Canadian goose shit.
Yeah, white people aren't aware. These white people, as much as they claim to love some people, they don't even know like about Sun fashion. They don't understand that Sun Man will take that jacket from him and then get killed that same night for it.
Well, I got pissed 20 years ago when the rappers started wearing Carhartt and my price jumped 20%.
Yeah, we make shit expensive. That's true. But yeah, like these jackets that these gliders are wearing, they're just wearing them. Like they're not even like rocking them. They're just wearing them like a coat. Sunman's, we will take that shit and we'll have status in our neighborhood. We'll take that coat in the hood and be somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can walk with your head up. Your siblings can be proud of you. Your baby mama will give you some ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that same coat that this guy just, wears. It's just a coat. I mean, what are you really talking about? It's a coat. Nah. So they're jacking these white people for these coats now. That's interesting.
Noticed a car, I think on bricks, that clearly it had its tires removed.
Ben White lives down the street and says lately he just keeps his head on a swivel.
Whether it's jackets being taken or cars, it seems like these are parts of living in the city and you just try to stay aware.
So what can you do? Well, here's what insurance company Geico recommends. Install an alarm with a sensor that can detect a tilt or angle change. Park in secure, well-lit areas. Turn your wheels to a 45-degree angle when you're parked. Park close to the curb, and consider buying lug nut locks. To add on to that, Bebo, the tow truck driver, says don't make this rookie mistake.
Don't leave the lug lock key in the car. It's because they're just going to break your window. They're going to open the glove box. They're going to take the key out, and they're easily going to get it off.
And just a reminder, you also want to make sure you don't leave any valuables in your car. MPD says they've also seen an increase in thefts from inside of cars. Lorenzo?
Some really good advice there. Thank you, Katie.
Mate. Let's see. The D died. Okay, what do we have here?
Less than an hour ago, we got word of a guilty plea in last June's shooting in Tyson's Corner Center. While no one was injured in that gunfire at the mall, many families at the mall that Saturday found themselves separated after scattering from the sound of shooting. WSA 9's Matthew Torres joins us live now from the Fairfax County Courthouse with those plea details. Matt?
Hey, Charlotte, it was just minutes ago when we spoke to Steve Descando, the Fairfax County Commonwealth's attorney, reacting to the guilty pleas. As you might remember, it was back on Father's Day last year at the Tyson's Corner Mall when 23-year-old Noah Settles fired his gun 3 times. And as of this morning and about an hour ago, he has now entered 4 guilty pleas. 3 of them for malicious discharge in an occupied dwelling, and the last count for the use of a firearm. He was also facing 3 other charges, misdemeanor cases. Those have been dropped under the plea agreement. And what's interesting to note is that even though he did enter the guilty pleas, under the agreement, he is not admitting to guilt, but acknowledging that if this case did go to trial, that the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office did have enough evidence to find, so the jury could find him guilty. So in order to avoid all of that, he did plead guilty to those 4 charges. Now today, Settles was also in the courtroom today, and during the time that the prosecutors presented new video evidence of the actual shooting, he had his head down. We know there was a dispute with a rival gang inside that mall when minutes later there was clearly an escalation of the situation. And we saw one video at a kiosk in that mall where you see Settles taking out his gun and then firing his gun 3 times. We are working to get.
He was able to plead not guilty even though they have him on camera doing it. I'm not he was able to plead. I'm not admitting my guilt, but I am admitting that if it goes to trial, I would be found guilty. So he's found
the Baker plea or whatever they call it.
Alfred plea. It's an Alfred plea. So yeah, yeah, that's great for him, man. Hey man, that's a victory for him, man. That's a victory for his legal team, man. Shit.
Tonight, even though Noah Settles may have entered those guilty pleas under the agreement, he is not admitting to guilt, but rather acknowledging that if the case went to a trial, the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office had enough evidence for a jury to find him guilty. Tonight, new video from Fairfax County prosecutors. Cameras inside a busy Tyson's Corner mall capturing 23-year-old Noah Settles going around a kiosk with a gun in his hand. Nearby were families, including an elderly woman using a cane to walk. You then.
Wow, look, I mean, like,
and he's able to plead not guilty.
Well, he's not pleading not guilty. He's pleading that they offered him a plea. That's the problem. With this evidence, why would you offer him a plea? You don't have to. Like, think about it.
It's a slam dunk.
You don't have
this
to
is him posing with him in a newspaper. Here's him.
Like, you have him right here crouching down with the gun. You got him right here crouching down with the gun. These people have no idea they're in the line of. This is how you get hit with stray bullets. They're just completely unaware. And listen, they're in a very exclusive mall. Tyson's Corner. I know y'all don't have no mall like this where y'all from. You probably got maybe 20 malls like this in the country that could probably mess with this mall. This is very, very high-end mall. Very, very out in the suburbs. Very, very far out in the suburbs. Very expensive stores. But yeah, the fact that they offered him a plea, can we cut the racism talk? They offered him a plea. They didn't have to do that. They could have told, he could have asked for a plea and they could have said, oh, hell nah. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah. The fuck? What do we need to plea for? Like, we don't need you for anything. We don't need you. We don't need your cooperation. Like, they don't need his cooperation at all for any of this. So he's very fortunate, man. Extremely fortunate.
Busy Tyson's Corner Mall capturing 23-year-old Noah Settles going around a kiosk with a gun in his hand. Nearby were families, including an elderly woman using a cane to walk. You then see him firing 3 rounds. This shooting on Father's Day last year sparking sheer panic from mall visitors and employees, seen dropping to the ground and rushing into stores.
I know I go into that mall with my 11-year-old daughter all the time. We just can't have that in Fairfax County.
This is one of several pieces of evidence prosecutors would have shown to jurors if the case reached trial. Instead, Settles, a rapper who also goes by the name No Savage, pleaded guilty to 4 charges, 3 counts of malicious discharge and 1 count of use of a firearm. 3 other charges were dropped.
This is a really, really great outcome, guaranteed accountability. We don't have to take any risk at trial, and the judge has plenty of room to craft an appropriate sentence for how egregious this conduct was.
Tonight, authorities say Settles had a dispute with a rival gang who prosecutors called white shirts for wearing white top.
Think about this, man. These 2 gangs from D.C. are literally 15 miles outside of the city, if not more, if not 20 miles outside of the city, at a high-end mall, having a shootout in the middle of the fucking thing. In the middle of the mall. That is fucking terrifying.
Officials say they're the ones who first approached Settles, seemingly taunting him. One member began recording their encounter. Later, another camera angle catches a tussle between them while Settles is holding a gun. The Commonwealth argues after running away, Settles had opportunities to exit. Moments later, someone in a white shirt appears to approach Settles with a gun. Soon after, shots rang out.
Our view in the prosecution of that case would have been that he was the aggressor.
But the defense maintained Settles was the victim acting in self-defense. Tonight, his attorney saying he was trying
Okay, so they're saying that this guy right here approached him with a gun. Yeah, Virginia, you have to have a license, though. So they're going to, even if he was acting in self-defense, you have to be a licensed gun owner in Virginia. You can't, it's not constitutional carry.
gun. Soon after, shots rang out.
Our view in the prosecution of that case would have been that he was the aggressor.
But the defense maintained Settles was the victim acting in self-defense. Tonight, his attorney saying he was trying to find a way to get away. And that's what happened when the shots were fired. And now that he has pled guilty, he could face up to 33 years in prison. A sentencing date has been scheduled in June. In Fairfax,
33 years. What do y'all think he's going to get? I'm going to say they're going to give him 10. I think they're going to give him 10. Virginia don't play. I think they're going to give him 10.
They're giving 10, they'll serve 3.5, something like that.
No, they're going to give him 10. He's going to do 10. Virginia is not DC. Virginia is not PG County. Virginia is serious, man. They don't play. Shit, 4 years, 10 years, 3 years, 12. Honestly, he better hope he don't get that 33. 10 years ago, he would have been eligible for that 33, but now everything's going so woke, they'd never give him the whole 33 now. But,
well, yeah, they didn't even give that guy that grabbed that little kid and threw him off the balcony at the mall 30 years.
Yeah, I mean.
Remember that? He picked up some little white kid and threw him like a Frisbee?
That was Minneapolis. These are different. I mean, that's Minneapolis. That's a black guy. This is Virginia. It's a little bit different, man. All right, let's see this.
First up tonight, we are looking out for your safety. You know, each night, every time we meet here, we talk a lot about crime in our community, from carjackings to shootings, some of them at metro stations. Well, tonight, we have some new reporting on a plan leaders hope will make our area safer. Let's begin in Prince George's County. Our Casey Nolan is there live, where tonight, county leaders met with the community about the recent rise in carjackings. Casey.
And Zoe, tonight they got an earful from a packed room, and a lot of people are pointing to the parents of juveniles committing a lot of these crimes, either to help them or to hold them accountable.
We do want to be safe. We don't want to be scared.
But fear for their safety,
A crisis situation.
and the direction of their community is what packed this Prince George's County Library Wednesday night,
Comment was also made that our churches aren't doing enough.
where County Councilman Mel Franklin said he wanted a frank conversation about solutions to crime, and that's what he got.
A lot of the talk that we're doing is soft. We need Black men, brown men to come alongside our youth and help them.
Gun crimes, stolen cars, and carjackings are up, while the criminals are getting younger, say police. Already this year, they've arrested 11 juveniles for carjackings in just over a month.
Start at the beginning with their parents.
And many in this crowd want parents held accountable.
There's a sense that our families, most are doing their job, but a lot of our families aren't. I think we need to look at the consequences that parents are getting as a result of their kids committing a lot of these crimes.
Accountability was one thing we heard for
Yes.
parents, but am I hearing you say support for parents too?
You got to.
State's Attorney Aisha Braveboy says coming down too hard on parents can affect other
This is your state's attorney.
children in the family. She wants schools and nonprofits to partner for after-school activities.
Young people are, in many instances, home by themselves, and they shouldn't be.
And then even after the library closed, people stuck around and stayed outside talking to county leaders long after the meeting was over. They're talking about youth employment. They're talking about getting the kids who need it the most to programs after school that already exist. And there is a sense of urgency, Zoe. Carjackings, for instance, more than doubled from 2020 to 2022, up to 480, and more than 100 of those were committed by juveniles.
Yeah, but it is encouraging to see.
I think that's a good way to end it, man, with the youths. Salute to everybody, man. Peace out, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night, gang.
Bye-bye.